Okay. Hello, testing. Okay. Hello, testing. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I need to get water. Quite the silly echo chain, huh? Quite the silly echo chain. Yeah, at least the audio sounds good. Dark Souls, right? Yeah, we're playing Dark Souls. This might be the last one. This may be the last one. I don't know. I actually don't know if this is the last one or not. Unfortunately. The viewers. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe this is the last one. Maybe it's not. Maybe we have one more to go. I don't know. Maybe I might actually just go later. The stream may actually go later than normal if to finish the game off. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just end the stream and start Sekiro tomorrow. Or I mean, maybe I just won't. Maybe I'll just finish it off tomorrow or something. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that we're teleporting to Undead Parish because we need to kill Sif and his ilk. We need to kill Sif and his friends. We need to kill Sif, and we need to kill the Stinky Hydra. Everyone's favorite enemy, the Stinky Hydra. My favorite enemy, the Stinky Hydra. The old Stinky Hydra. Gotta kill the Hydra, and then we gotta kill... Do I have arrows? Yes, I do. Yeah, okay, cool. I got arrows. So we'll kill the Hydra, and then Moonlight Butterfly, and then Sif, in that order. As like a standard procedure kind of thing. And then, Slice? And then... Oh, this is the last one. This is the last one, so we're like halfway, we're basically halfway there. Yeah, the last one. Hold on, let me check to see if I have the doll. I do have the doll, okay, cool. So so we're basically halfway done. You know, the last boss we're gonna kill is probably it's gonna be Gwyn. It's gonna be Priscilla, and then Gwendolyn, and then Gwyn. But we still have to get through like the hardest sections, including Manus and Calamite. This section right here is gonna be pretty simple. I'm not like afraid of this at all, really. How many chunks do I have? Okay, I have enough chunks too. I need to get one more Crystal Great Scythe if I can. Not that it's like essential, but I don't know, just for Manus. Just for Manus. It might make it a little bit easier. There's a good chance I'll just break it instead of actually killing him, but we'll see. Dang you. Dang you, frickin' Hydra. Dang the Hydra. The freaking Hydra. He's so dangerous on the approach. So this is as hard as it gets. The game actually doesn't get any harder than this. This is where it caps out. Oh. Oh, my bow's breaking. No. No. Why? Why do good things happen, or why do bad things happen to good people? Why? Why do good things happen to bad people? Or whatever. Ow. However you want to put that. My poor bow and arrow. My precious friend, who served me so well all these times, is broken. Uh-oh. So I need to get a new one. I need to make a new one. Or I don't need to make a new one. I just need to repair it, actually. But boy, that's so sad. That's just so sad. It's just so sad is what it is. Okay, excuse me, Mr. Crystal Golem. I have an important assignment to complete involving this Hydra. So you'll have to excuse me, Mr. Crystal Golem. This is an important task. Oh, shoot. Yeah, just one-shot me. Unbelievable. 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 That just one-shot me. I just died immediately. Okay. Okay, whatever. Okay, okay. Okay, game. Okay, okay. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine, Dark Souls. Be that way. I'll just have to approach him from the other... or no. I don't know. We'll do something. I'll figure something out. Just unbelievable, the rudeness on this video game. I can't even begin to handle it. It's just the craziest thing. Just unbelievable rudeness out of this video game. I'm gonna write a complaint to the video game's manager. Be like, your game killed me in one shot from the Hydra. Yes, take the large ember, my friend. We need to repair. Good thing it doesn't cost much to repair. Okay, and then while we're here, we'll reinforce. Where is it? We'll prep another great scythe, I guess, while we're here. I don't know if we're gonna have enough. Oh wait. Okay, cool.
Go get yourself.
We'll use that for Manus. I think just Manus. I don't want to use it for another boss. Other than Manus. I think Manus is the only boss that's really worth using. I mean, I guess I could use anything I have left over, I'll use on Gwyn though. Any amount of extra like Crystal Great Scythe I'll use on Gwyn. Because he's pretty tough too. He was actually giving me lots of trouble last cycle. Because I kept failing the parry. I don't know why I kept failing the parry. It was like really weird. It was like really weird. My nerve endings were shot or something. My poor sad little nerve endings were exploded by criminals, I guess. One second. I need to open up the chat menu. There we go. So that I can read the chat more conveniently. That fast swing though? Yes indeed, that fast swing. It's so nice. It's so nice. I know that, or no, you're talking about, yeah, that fast swing does stink, yeah. So you have to like, you basically have to get hit by it, or you have to block it, and then parry the next one, is how you deal with that one. Because he always chains that into a slower one, that you can always parry. And I've parried the fast attack before too. It's not like it's impossible to parry. But the main problem with trying to parry the fast attack is you will get hit by the slow attack if you try to parry the fast attack. I mean, like, maybe with Castus. Maybe if you had Castus or something, you could do it. Because I think Castus has the fewest number, or has the lowest number of recovery frames. So you may be able to parry the fast attack, or you may be able to try to parry the fast attack and then still parry the slow attack with the right implements, like a Castus or another one with faster frames. But at least with the buckler, it doesn't seem like it's possible. So it's like really frustrating. But you still you kind of have to try, I guess. I don't know. Really, what you need to do is you need to get hit by it and then just parry the second one, I guess. It's like really stinks as far as like this stuff goes. Just absolutely the worst. Still, nevertheless, I killed him in the end. It took me forever, but I did kill him in the end. And that's what really matters at the end of the day. You know, that's what really matters. That's the true meaning of Christmas. That really is the true meaning of Christmas at the end of the day. Is that exact thing. Exactly. I did my job, crucially. I killed Manus or whatever. Come on, Crystal Golem. You and me need to tangle. What do I do with the bow and arrow? It's so good. Oh, and it begins. Oh gosh. It begins. The pain. The pain begins. Oop. Okay. Come on. Look at that. I arranged his one attack too. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Instead of screwing it up really badly. There we go. Once you make it into the water, it's not so bad. Because a lot of them will sail right over your head, yeah. And then you can see the edge. Yeah, with one hit down. Two. And then we can start Sekiro. And then Sekiro time. Which I'm excited for. I'm excited to hate Sekiro. I'm excited to play Sekiro so much that I hate it, actually. Which is what's going to happen. But now that I've winnowed the heads down, they can't really threaten me. Oh, he's going to fire on me. I'll just finish him off with a bow and arrow, so I don't have to chase the heads down. Once again, bow and arrow is the true weapon of champions here. Oh, yeah. So good is the good thing. That's the good thing, is how good it is. How absolutely good it is. Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. Yes, thank you. And just like that. As simple as can be. Impossible. No, not impossible. Yep, and so this is how we prove it's the last cycle. Look. So I go in my inventory, and I go to my rings. Okay, and we look at my rings, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. 7 Dust Crown rings from the Hydra. So this is the last cycle. Because you get 1 on the first cycle, and then so we know it's at +6 because we have 7 rings total. We have 1 from each cycle, and now we have them all, or whatever. So that's how we know that we're on the last cycle. Oh, I need to quit out. That's how we know. So this is the last cycle. This is verifiably the last cycle. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. We've done all the work. Oh. Is it what? What? Yeah, that seems unsporting. It's unsportsmanlike. That would be unsportsmanlike to kill him that way. It would actually take a while, unfortunately, is the problem. The real problem with it. I would do it, but it would take a while. Because the damage is so low. That's okay. Come on. Come on. If he hits me, it's going to be really bad, so I got to be really careful here. Also, he has no sounds for some reason. Always weirds me out, this one. Okay, cool. Golden Crystal Golem dead. Duskavulu Seal, hello. Yes. Okay, that covers that. So we'll have to come back to go to DLC, obviously, but that's taken care of. Now we can go take care of whatever Dingbat. We can go take care of Stinky, whatever his name is. You know who I'm talking about. The Moonlight Butterfly. Speaking of which, I would love a Moonlight Butterfly as a pet, actually. I think they would honestly be a really nice pet. I could really stand to have a Moonlight Butterfly as a pet. I think that'd be awesome. Like, imagine having a pet Moonlight Butterfly. as like your friend. You feed it like moonlight butterfly food, and you give it pets or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, apart from random explosions. Yeah. I mean, you know, whatever. You know, every pet has problems. You know, yeah. It's like he loses his laser beam to blow up a car or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever. Whatever. You know, it's okay. It's fine. Always an issue with some pet. You know, like no pet is perfect. It's like he he's like blasting people on the streets with the laser, with the 3-wave laser attack. I'm like, oh, don't worry, he's just friendly or whatever. And people are like dying or whatever. That would be funny. That would be hilarious. And then I give him a pet. I'm like, ah, good moonlight butterfly or whatever. That'd be really nice. Macabre. A little macabre, yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a little macabre there, but... You know, it's like, well, think about it like... haven't you ever seen a Transformers movie? Where, like, the Transformers are out there blowing up cars and stuff? It's the same principle. It's not that macabre when you really think about it. Like in Transformers 3 or whatever, where the Decepticons are like stepping on cars or whatever. It's the same principle. Downtown Salt Lake City is like, there's like reports from downtown Salt Lake City as a moonlight butterfly is floating around zapping people to death. We have an exclusive interview with the owner. Oh, he's a good dog. And then it's like the moonlight butterfly is blasting people. That would be funny. Oh shoot. Oh gosh, when it happens to me, it's not as funny. When it happens to me, it's not quite as funny, but you get the idea. Oh god. See, my response would be, well, just equip the magic stone plate ring, people. If you just had the magic stone plate ring on, you'd take less damage from the moonlight butterfly. And if you think about it, that's true. If people just were prepared and went down to the hardware store and bought themselves if they went to the mysterious shady man who lives in Sen's fortress and bought the magic stone plate ring like they were supposed to, if they just jumped over a weird like ledge and bought the magic stone plate ring from the weird mysterious shady guy in the house of boulders and traps, then maybe this wouldn't have happened to them. So my question is, if there's a bunch of people who are being killed by my moonlight butterfly, what excuse do they have to not have gone through Sen's fortress and gotten the thing that's supposed to deal with the moonlight butterfly? I mean, you know, if you really think about it, if you just think about it for a second, it makes sense. Okay, we need, yes, we're all set to go. I guess we'll need another copy of Sunlight Blade here in a minute. Okay. What am I doing? I guess I could level up really fast. Oh, I can't. I can't quite. So we gotta hit a little more. But I think people will be, yeah, you know, but I guess maybe that's a good reason not to have a pet moonlight butterfly. I mean, I would love to have a pet moonlight butterfly for sure, but, you know. I guess what you need to own a moonlight butterfly out in the country or something. That's where it's responsible to own such a pet. Okay, let's see. What am I doing? Going to Sif. No, is there something else I was doing? There's something else I'm forgetting about here. No, okay, Sunlight Blade. Homeward, okay, I got that. Foul shit, okay, I think we're all ready to go here. And then, once this boss dies, then it's 4 kings. Pretty typical. Oh. Excuse me, gentlemen. I have an important mission to accomplish. I have like a leash on the moonlight butterfly. Like I have like a really long leash that I like have on the moonlight butterfly. And then I just sort of like lead it around. Man, that would be nice. But it's unfortunate, you know, the zoning laws here. They don't let you have a pet moonlight butterfly these days. You know, you can't get one. They're illegal in most states or whatever. Is I Wish. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. I think it'd get old after a while, but I think in the short term that'd be pretty cool. You could stand to have a little bit of noise going on in the background. It'd be pretty swag. The whole time that you're near the Moonlight Butterfly, the music is playing. I think that would actually be the real problem. Not it blasting people indiscriminately. I think the real problem would be the music after a while. Oop. Okay, Sif. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on, man. How can I possibly justify that level of incompetence? Getting stuck on Sif would be a new one. You don't really have to time his attacks out. You just have to space him correctly. Boom. Nice and simple Sif. Go to silver. Boom. Okay. Alright, Mamma Mia. Okay. Homeward. And then we go... Wait, is that it? Is that all we needed from this area, I think? Shadow Mask. Darkwood Grant, okay. So now we go to Firelink. Go back to Firelink and kill 4 kings really quick. Hopefully this doesn't give me problems. It totally can. Totally could. I may want to consider Magic Stone Plate here, too. Speaking of which. See, yeah, you're allowed to own a Moonlight Butterfly, but you have to be a 4 king is the problem. Yeah, you have to go through. You have to pass the 4 king test and become like a weird dark shade in the pit of the abyss or whatever. I guess that's probably the biggest problem. I guess. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Let me think. 4 kings, and then I guess Tomb of the Giants. Sounds okay. 4 kings, Tomb of the Giants. Yeah, well, I mean, you know. I mean, you know, I don't know. I was thinking of applying for a job in the 4 Kings. That'd be pretty awesome. You get benefits or whatever. You get a sweet crown, and like you get like a low poly model too. You get like a really simple like low poly model that does like 1 swing attack. So it has its upsides for sure. Okay, transient curse. Yeah, and I think I will falchion my way through these. Just to get some of them out of the way. And then... I don't need the large ember, I don't think. Yeah, I don't need the large ember, so we can skip that. That's totally fine. We don't need large ember. We need crystal ember, but that's later. Let me think. Is there something I'm forgetting about at all here? I'm trying to think if there's anything at all I'm forgetting about. Because if I forget about it, that's really bad. And I killed a Silent Demon, and I got the doll. No, I think it's just a straight shot. I could grab chunks here too, I guess, but even that's not really worth it, I don't think. We just kill Ingrid with the bow and arrow. Once again, pretty standard issue. No problem. No problem whatsoever with that. Very standard issue. There he is. Bam. Headshot. Okay. There he goes. Come on. Ah, it's so efficient though. That's it? Okay. He should give me the key. Drop the key. Then I go down into Four Kings fight. See, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous because it's the last cycle. I'm like losing my mind. I'm like, ooh, I'm very... Oh, shoot. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. I try it again. Just the worst. Just the worst. I know. I'm so exhausted. I'm like, I have like so much Dark Souls fatigue at this point. Not like an insane amount, but like, but a very real amount of Dark Souls fatigue at this point. I can feel it really setting in a little tiny bit. I think maybe I'm just panicking. Yeah, no more Four Kings. Yes, I can move on to Sekiro, where it's also going to take me 1 billion years. That's true. Well, I like Four Kings. Four Kings isn't the problem. It's the DLC where it's like, ugh. It's the DLC in Gwyn where I'm like, ooh, ooh. Four Kings is a pretty standard issue, honestly. You know, I need to not be like so down on it. I need to just like accept the fact that we're in the home stretch here. This is where Dark Souls 1. This is where we prove once again my knowledge of the Dark Souls 1 game. And I push through like a legend that I am or whatever. And then then maybe we'll play it later. Maybe we'll do some more Dark Souls 2 later at some point. Or I mean Dark Souls 1 later. We'll do Dark Souls 1 Calamity Ring Pyromancy. That'll be pretty sweet when I finally get around to that. But that's good. That's a long ways away. We don't gotta worry about that right now. Oh. Okay. We don't gotta worry about that right now. We got all of Skyrim to go through. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a lot of work for sure. I know why people don't. Because it doesn't really get that much harder past the second cycle. But like it is cumulative, right? Because by the time you get to 7, it is like noticeably harder, I think. I do think it really adds up. But the biggest jump is still from 0 to 1. It's from new game to new game plus 1. That is, I think, the biggest jump by far. And then each subsequent jump is like not that big a deal. But the bosses by the end have like about twice as much health. And they do like about like 75% more damage or something. I don't even know the exact amounts. But it does add up. It does definitely add up. But at least I can say that I did it. I can put that on my resume. I can put that on my resume. I can be like, I did Dark Souls 2. I did Dark Souls New Game Plus so many times that I can't even believe how many times I did it. And then yeah, there you go. And then I can do it a third time too. That's what I'm excited about. Is that third playthrough. It's not going to happen today nor tomorrow. But when it does happen, I'll be like, yes. By the way, is your profile picture Gray Leno? Because it looks like Gray Leno. Do you know who Gray Leno is? Like the absurdist, another streamer, Vinny Vinesauce, has the, Oh, okay, interesting. That's really interesting, actually. That's really interesting, actually. Because it looks like an absurdist like parody of Jay Leno from another streamer that another streamer does. It's like one of my favorite characters that he has. So I'm like, is that Gray Leno? Well, that makes more sense. Oh. Bruh. There we go. I need to not fight these guys anyway, but that's fine. And then, let's see here. How am I doing this? Excuse me. Okay, where am I? Going this way. This is interesting. So yeah, I need to maybe look into playing Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. Because I've never really heard of it. It's kind of like a new thing to me. I think I have one of them on Steam, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. And that's something I need to consider doing. Glutman. Oh, do you like those games? Are they good? Are those games good? Let's see here. Okay, Sunlight Blade. Because I've definitely heard of them before, but I've never really gotten into them. And so I think that might be something that would be pretty cool to do at like some point in the future. Like really get hardcore into like Shadowrun or whatever. Because I'm always looking for new games to play. And I don't usually have enough time to like really seriously consider every game. No, you have to keep it on. Until, you literally have to keep it on. Well, once the boss dies, you can take it off just fine. But if you can't swap it out at the start of the fight, if that's what you're asking. You have to have it on for the entire time you're fighting them. Fudge. I didn't even get hit by the magic. I got hit by the explosion. Shoot. There it is. There's that dumb magical attack floating around still. Oh, like, let's try it again. See, that's how they get you. Is they distract you with the magic. The little magical missile like distracts you, and then you're like confused when he goes for the explosion. That's how this boss gets you. That's this boss's plan. It's like, I'm going to distract you with the pretty colors, and you're going to have no idea. Huh. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, so it's like a shooter game for the Super Nintendo? That's pretty wacky. That's like extremely wacky. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So there's but the basic idea here is there's not really a whole lot of games like it, is what you're saying, right? Because it sounds pretty interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, that's kind of the idea I got, I guess. That's sort of the expectation I had. Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to get through Elden Ring right now. The problem is I'm in Stormvale Castle, and I think I'm a little under-leveled for it, because I'm like struggling to fight any enemies at all. Oh, okay, so it's like an adventure game. Okay, that's really cool. See, I haven't played many of those. Because I'm kind of a little too young for them. Yeah. So I'm like familiar with the concept, I think. I'm more or less familiar with the concept, but I can't say that I've like really looked into it or anything. I'm like familiar with the premise, I guess. The idea that it's cyberpunk with magic, yeah. That kind of stuff. Okay, let's fight the boss. Let's fight the dumb boss. The dumb, horrible boss. Actually, this boss isn't so bad, but it's definitely the worst of the first four, I think. I definitely think it's the worst of the first four. With the possible exception of, like, Centipede Demon or something, right? That's pretty bad, too. But once I get him done, at least it'll be pretty simple. I'm not even gonna do retrieval. I think I don't have much of retrieval anyway. Where are they? Okay. Come here. Oh, he's doing the thing again. Mom, he's doing the thing again. No, and he did the thing. I needed to back off immediately. Can I survive this? Yeah, okay, I can. That's weird. I'm probably going to get the second one spawned, which is going to be really unfortunate. So you wanted to play nice and not hit you with magic. Once again, more magic, huh? Fudge. Fudge. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Gotta do. Yeah, see, I lost a lot of time on that first one. If they hit you with the magic, it's like really bad. Because you really, really, really want them to just try to swing at you and deal like no damage. That's what you like really, really, really want. And the second they start pulling out magic, it gets way tougher. I know. Oh, it's yeah, it's magic. That's right. Exactly. Oh, it's magic. Yeah, I know. But I also didn't dodge either of those attacks correctly, so it's like, whatever. I didn't dodge the grab or the explosion, so... correctly. And I need to... but... it's one of those things where to do it fast, you want to... You're just like hoping they only do physical. You're hoping they only swing at you and stuff like that. And like casting even a single spell is like really bad. Because it means you have to like get far away. And if you get far away, they can do random crap. Like they can shoot more magic and... it's just a total mess. You want them to just melee. But that's really... I mean, I guess it's a fine excuse. I suppose. That's like a reasonable excuse. But yeah, we can do better. We can definitely do better here. For sure. Unironically. Unironically, we can do a little bit better here. We can push it all the way to the limits. Without dying to this dinky boss. Oh. This dumb dinky boss. Okay. So I shouldn't be dying to this boss, that's for sure. I still have to get through all the way through the catacombs, too. Unbelievable. 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 My reward for killing the 4 kings is the catacombs again. Oh gosh. It's okay. A little frustration never killed anyone. That's it. That's what it comes down to. Run down the stairs. I think maybe... well, no, we can buff up when we hit the bottom. Because they don't spawn immediately. So there's no point in buffing up before I drop. Before I do the Fortnite drop or whatever. I've never played Fortnite, but... or, PUBG, whatever, you know. We're dropping right into the 4 Kings arena here. I need to watch that. I need to watch that video where they turn the lights on in this area. By the way, again, because it's been a long time since I've seen it, and it's like I'm like kind of curious again watching over it. Oh, you. Oh, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. No, he did it again. No, stop doing that. It's just the worst, is what it is, honestly. I still have to deal with the stupid magic miss. No! Roll the side. Is that how you do it? That would... okay, fair enough. Apparently I don't know how to fight this boss, I guess. Apparently I literally just don't know how to fight this boss. Okay. I didn't even... I don't know what... I've done it. You can roll backwards and get away with it, but it's, I know for a fact you can roll backwards and get away with it, but you have to be like... you have to, like, identify the attack immediately. Or something. Because I've done it before. But maybe it's just, like, luck or something? Maybe depending on the frames or whatever, there's, like, a luck component? Apparently I don't know how to do this boss fight. Which is no surprise even to me. But I think I am getting a little bit unlucky with the attack choices here. Because ordinarily they do like a thrust attack when you're that close, or when you're getting that close. And the fact that they open with a magic attack is like the worst. Like I want him to walk up to me and try to thrust me. And try to hit me with the thrust attack, because then I just like dodge forward with it, through it, and then I just like punish. Like that's what I want. I should try rolling to the side though. I don't know why I haven't. It's like really silly, actually. Now that you mention it. Now that you mention it, I have to admit I feel a little silly there, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still learning even. Crazy that I still have to learn things about this game, huh? Nope. Nope. Okay. Totally crazy. But luckily I got my lucky handkerchief. We'll get through it. I mean, okay, we'll try it. I don't think it's not that common in an attack. The fact that I've gotten it a whole bunch of times in a row is kind of unlucky, actually. Because like I said, usually you wouldn't see it at all on them. And it also wastes like a ton of time when they do it, so it's like really dumb. But like explosion, you just like go back. Yeah, it's not the same as Gwyn's, because you're not sure if it's the explosion, I guess, at first. I don't know. Honestly, it's a little bit of a poor excuse, I guess, but at the same time, it's like not ideal that I see that attack at all. So we'll give it another shot. Okay. Zap it up. Put the shield on my back. Where is he? There he is. No! He's doing it again. Oh my gosh. Timing was just so bad, too. Whatever. Shoot. Oh no, another magic attack. Boo. See, I want him to do that, even if he does a magic attack. Oh, shoot. Whatever. Fudge. Okay. Well, I need to tune more Sunlight Blade anyway. It's like so dumb. I need another copy of Sunlight Blade anyway, and I don't need Homeward, so I shouldn't have tried to push my luck with the damage there. I'm not fast enough anymore to like get a bunch of free damage in on them. So it's like really dumb. When the second he died, I should have just Estused and then moved on to the next one. But I didn't think that I thought I still had a little bit of extra time there before the other one did something. Well, at least we're getting there. That magic missile is the worst, because it's like it's always going to come back to haunt you. It floats around forever, just ever and ever. And if you get hit by it, you get knocked down too. So it's just like the worst. And then you have to get back up. But yeah, we'll get there. It's coming in. As long as I don't get grabbed again, or whatever. But I dodged the explosion twice. That was pretty good, actually. That was actually pretty decent. Not like perfect, but decent enough. I got more Sunlight Blades ready to go too. So yeah, this is a far cry from just dark beating him, like, because even on the highest cycles, you just dark beat him like twice or 3 times or something. And then you also have the opportunity of just hitting him with another couple dark beads. And so their health pool is really massive, but you can still rack up like insane amounts of damage by just dark beating a bunch. So you kill the first one with dark bead really fast, and then you kill the second one with dark bead even faster. And so it's like kind of a joke of a fight if you're using dark bead. And with anything else, it's like much trickier, because they just don't do as much damage as dark bead does, no matter how hard I try. There's like no other ways to increase my damage. I could go crystal, I guess, right? Like crystal falchion, right? That's an option, but it'd basically be half broken already, essentially, something like that. So it's probably not. So it's actually not really worth it. It's kind of the problem with crystal. I think if crystal had a whole bunch of other things, I don't know, if crystal just like broke really fast or something. Yeah, well that's not even up for debate, I guess, at this point. I think at this point I've kind of finished that. line of reasoning. I think you know, we made that assumption. And not only was it true, it's like painfully true. And probably we could have guessed that right from the start. I mean, for a lot of these bosses, it's like not bad, you know? It's only against these endgame bosses where it really starts to kind of falter. I think if I could equip heavier armor or something, I'd be more keen on it. But I guess then again, I'm the one who chose to do Dark Wood Grain. Maybe Dark Wood Grain isn't as good as I think it is. See, this is better luck. This is what you want. Well, that's a little bit better. That's a little more like it. Yeah, there. Oh, a close spawn too. Look at that close spawn too. Dude, the RNG kings, the kings of RNG, I guess. Actually, never mind. The kings of RNG. Okay. I guess that's what's going on here. Really, you really think about it. The freaking RNG kings. Look at that fast spawn. So I get the perfect spawn, and then he spawns right next to me. The next one. The 4 RNG kings. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. I thought he was gonna do his rest attack. Oh. That's still pretty okay. Shoot, just barely, huh? And as long as I don't get any nasty surprises here. Oh, that's far away, but it's okay. What is with the luck? Dude, look at that. There it is. Wow, okay. See, once again, just it's totally crazy. Totally freaking crazy, huh? Oh, it's above it, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Just so weird, I know. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it, honestly. I think maybe, like, Dark Wood Grain is not actually that good. But you need the stamina to attack back. Like, you actually really want more stamina so you can attack back. So it's like I'm kind of in a tricky spot with this character just because it's not the same as like a spellcasting character where my stamina consumption is essentially 0. I need stamina to do stuff. So I can't sit there and block. And you get a stamina penalty on heavier armor too. And so that's like another reason why not to do it. So it's like it's kind of it's the character itself because of the weapon usage, it's like a little more awkward. Okay, come on. Yes.
Very well. I shall now be.
Oh, have you? It's not it's one of the tougher fights. It's definitely one of the tougher fights. Like they're like most of the other tough fights, most of the other in-game fights, when you kind of realize what they're doing, it's a lot more simple, right? Like what's his name? Stupid like Nito, right? Like Nito's pretty tough, right? But the thing about Nito is right, that he like once you kill the skeletons, he's a lot easier. It's like significantly easier once you pick off the skeletons. And then as long as you have like a weapon that can hit through his cloak and stuff, like the Great Scythe, it's even easier. He's like a very simple fight. You sorry fool.
You sorry.
Swag. Huh. Yeah. Because you for Kaith, yeah. I think I've done an SL1 character, and I've also done a Caestus only character. So I've done two kind of like goofy challenge, or I've done a bow only. So I've done a bunch of different dumb ways of killing 4 kings early, and yeah, it's really tough. Yeah, so I did Castus only. That was pretty brutal because they don't. I think I buffed it with Sunlight Blade though. I'm not sure. I think I may have done like a Sunlight Blade Castus type deal, which makes it a lot easier. And then I did bow and arrow only too. So I've done them all. I've done the whole 9 yards of like crazy crap. Crazy weirdo crap for fighting 4 kings. Yeah, it's definitely one of the tougher fights for sure. The reason I do it early is just because you can do it early before placing the Lord Vessel, and then technically you save a little time talking to Kate. It's like not actually meaningful, but it's like technically you save like a tiny amount of time talking to Kate. I think. Probably not really actually, but it sort of feels that way, so I go with it. And then I don't really need Framped either. Although you losing access to Framped is actually kind of a big deal. Because like I have a bunch of slabs like I don't really have a use for. But it's like whatever. It's just not worth the thought, the thinking. I guess you could say. Oh. Excuse me, Mr. Skeleton. I have important business to attend to. Kill the Necromancer. Switch. Grab the bonfire. And it's just typical catacombs. Honestly, I should probably figure out what the shortcut here is, because I know there is one. I think near the first like walkways. But I need to look into that to see if that's like really true. Because oh, come here, Mr. Skeleton. Okay. And you snipe him and he doesn't run away. His AI is programmed to run away when you approach him. So if you snipe him here, boom. Boom. Okay, cool. That covers that. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Is there a drop-off point here? There is, right? Am I wrong, or is there a drop-off point like right here or something that I can use? Isn't there one like right here? Oh, it's to that. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's right there actually. We're gonna try this. We're gonna see if I can do this. Oh, it's for. What do you mean from the other side? From the other side of this? From that spot right there? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm pretty sure you can do this spot though. We'll try it. Yeah, there it is. That's it right there. Yeah, I there's one right here. There's also, you can also go on the other side too, I guess. Yes. There's also that one too. I keep forgetting about it. So I haven't done it all run series, but yeah. Oh. There's also this one too, yeah. So that'll save us some time. Oh, and the other reason not to do it is because of Great Scythe. But I think at this point I don't need any more Great Scythes, so that's the other reason to do it. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Claricat, yeah. Well, I don't need Claricat. Gotta get that Claricat, you know. Oh. Ain't no plunging attack, huh? Not gonna give it to me? I mean, you know. I think I have one in my inventory right now, even, actually. One second. There we go. Fine, we'll put on Claricat, if it makes you feel better. Where is it? There you go. There you go. I got that sick cleric drip now. Are you a cleric? Or whatever the pal patch it says. I don't remember. Oh, is it different? Is it one of the ones that's different? Because because the main one is Pyromancer set. Pyromancer set is like really, really different if you're a girl. Oh, okay, interesting. So I've never, I don't know. That's news to me, because there are a handful of sets that are different depending on girl or boy. In fact, even the Shadow set, actually. But the differences are very subtle. Very minimal and very subtle. For most of the time. But the one that's like really different is Pyromancer set. Pyromancer set's like very, very, very different. Pyromancer, for whatever reason, the starting Pyromancer set is like extremely different. Oh, okay. Oh, is that not on the boy version of it? Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen the boy version of it or something like that. Or if I have, it's been a long time. Fudge. Come on, bro. Go. Sweet. Cool. Let's take care of. We need Sunlight Maggot here. Darkwood Grain. Sunlight Maggot. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, he can still kill me. Because at this point, he still does a lot of damage. It's not likely to kill me. He's not very likely to kill me, but he totally can. He totally can. 100%. At this point. It's not like, so something I want to kill him as fast as I can. So he doesn't have a chance to hit me with more than like one spell. Because he can totally still kill me. It's not the same as doing a casual playthrough where you can just like deal with him, no problem. Love getting the bounce on those guys, though. And isn't there... Can I just drop down right here? No. Maybe I can. I'm not gonna test it, though. We're just gonna keep going as normal. Fudge. No, I did it wrong. No, I should just run past. Why didn't I just run past? Well, because whatever. That stinks. That stinks really bad. Whatever, we'll just do it again. I should just run past. Okay. See, I'm not sure about that spot, because I think there is a drop down there. But I'm not like 100% about it. Okay. I mean, I'll try it. I guess we can try it right now, right? We can learn something? Oh, okay, cool, cool. See, that's what I thought. But I was like too chicken to try it out. I should have just like gone for it. It's okay. Luckily we have the shortcut here. So it's not the end of the world. Okay. Now, like I said, it's right here. But this is actually a really dangerous drop-off point. Because if you miss it, it's like really bad. Yeah, there it is, right there. Go straight down. Nice and simple. Oh, jeez. Huh. I've never seen that animation before of the skeleton. Oh, he does get up. Okay, never mind. That's super weird. I've actually never seen that before. The skeleton falling down and taking fall damage and dying and then getting up. I've like never actually seen that before. Come on. Where's the issue? Come on. There it is. Come on. Just a winnow one of them. Okay. There we go. Lucky me. I did that like perfectly. Yeah, but the other side probably is. I've just done it that way myself, but yeah, I have no doubt the other side is probably more consistent. It's fine. It's whatever. It's not really a big deal, one way or another. I did it, so that's what it comes. That's the most important thing. And it's not the let's see. Okay, and we go up. As you can well imagine. We go up the ladder here. And then, this way. And then, this right here. Okay, come here. There we go. And then down. Six shield bounce. Okay, so you're saying so it's right by is it where is it exactly? Is it right here? There it is. Where am I? The middle. Okay, cool, that was it. There's a humanity there. Yeah, I didn't even know that the humanity you could get there. Okay. Yes. It was relatively nice. As far as this stuff goes. There we go. +6. Yeah, well, I mean I'm used to it. It's pretty easy actually. As far as these places go. It's like not super complicated, not super hard to deal with. Just like very whatever. Just very like kind of whatever. So it should be pretty simple. Here we go down. Nope. This way. Oh, you're on new game. Sorry. You're on new game +2. It's pretty awesome. Getting to +7 is gonna be like a serious like you're not gonna want to do that, but probably. Oh shoot. Why? Where's the dog come from? Oh, Tomb of the Giants. Tomb of the Giants. I'm disappointed in Tomb of the Giants right now. They're denying me that second bonfire. They're like, no, you can't have the second bonfire. You can't have the second bonfire. Delve game guides. That's okay. That's all right. It's totally fine. Crest shield. It is the worst. It is kind of the worst, yeah. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Just because Tomb of the Giants is the worst doesn't mean that it's the worst. Yes, they are. You have to hit them with like pyromancies or something like that. You like need like Crystal Soul Spear or pyromancies or something to deal with them effectively, or like you need to like time them really well. You need like a big heavy like crushing weapon, and you need to like hit them right. You need to like have them. It's just weird. It's just such a weird fight. Slice. 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 Oh. Okay, hopefully I can get him to go underground. Yep, there he is. Going past these two. Oh, I need the frickin' I need the scythe ready. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I need the scythe ready to go. Ugh. Unbelievable. Frickin' pinwheel. Thank goodness for dark wood graining there. Okay. Yeah, if you're actually trying to fight them, they are really brutal. Because I've fought them a lot, actually. Fighting like giant dogs is like one of the funniest, one of my favorite things. But they're also like the worst. Absolutely. Where's humanity? Uh-oh. Fudge. There goes. Nice and simple. I'm out of Estus though, unfortunately, so hopefully I don't need to go into my inventory and use humanity. Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh, cool. This is a cool opportunity to do that, though. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh, where is it? It's up. Fudge. No, no! There it is. Jeez. Cool. You're gonna do it again. Okay. Who am I going to next? Is it Seath next? Yeah, it is Seath. Why, bro? Why? Frickin' Nito. Go, dodge that. Nice and simple. I'm pretty sure I could survive it anyway. I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. There's Nito dead. I think it's Seath next. Yeah, we do Seath next. We do Seath next. Warp. And Rolando. Okay, now, do I need Homeward for this? Do I need Homeward for this? Guess. Yeah, you know, I think it's pretty good. I actually think it's pretty good the way it is. I don't think it necessarily needed the more development time. Like, it would have been interesting to see what they would have done different. But I almost feel like it would have had the same, it would have ended up having the same problem as, Dark Souls 2, where there's like an insane amount of bloat on it. Like, I don't know, maybe that's, not true. But, yeah, I mean, I guess maybe they put a lot of that development time into the DLC or something, too. So maybe the DLC is, like, I don't know. Maybe the DLC is better because, I don't know, because there's a shorter time or something weird like that. Who knows? What I do know is that I think the janky areas at the end aren't that bad. They're only kind of bad. I mean, that's a fair belief to have as well. I don't necessarily think that it's perfect or imperfect or whatever, but because like perfection is subjective. You know, like there's no objective in that question, right? You can say that a fancy painting is flawed, or you can say that a fancy painting is not flawed, right? That's entirely opinion in its nature, right? With that being said, I I think there's a decent argument to be made that it could have used more time as well. I think the biggest problem with the game in terms of rush development is, like, I think Tomb of the Giants is pretty, like, it's okay. But I think there's no... I actually disagree. I think Lost Izalith is kind of the big one. People are like, oh, Lost Izalith kind of stinks. And they're right. But at the same time... Oh, shoot. Don't I have to come back? Or, no, I don't. Shoot. Lost Izalith is kind of the big one, but I mean, it's, you know, there's only so much you can do with like a bad foundation. Yeah, well, I like Bed of Chaos personally. I'm actually a big Bed of Chaos fan. I actually really like the Bed of Chaos. I think Lost Izalith does kind of stink. Lost Izalith in particular does kind of stink for sure. Or the Demon Ruins too. So I think both the Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith are the worst places in the game probably. The dragon butts and all that stuff. But to be fair to Lost Izalith, there's only so much you can do with a bad foundation. And I think, like, giant pools of lava just aren't that interesting. Like, I do have to admit that I don't think that giant pools of lava are that interesting. I think so I think it's fair to, like, be critical of... Uh-oh. It's not two-shotting anymore. That stinks. That stinks really bad. Because guess what? That means the that means the Divine Uchigatana is better. Watch. Yeah, that's a really interesting topic, for sure. That's a really interesting topic. I think Lost Izalith and Demon Ruins are okay. I think they're actually fine. And the Bed of Chaos is actually my favorite boss in the game. That's not popular, but it's true. For whatever reason, I like the Bed of Chaos a lot. I don't know why exactly, but I do actually really like the Bed of Chaos. I think it's a super fun boss. I think you're absolutely correct. I think people are totally within their right to hate it. But I personally enjoy the boss quite a bit. I think Lost Izalith and Demon Ruins are a lot crappier, though. I think, first off, another repetition of the Stray Demon, that kind of stinks. And I think most people are right in not liking a repetition of Stray Demon. Like, I think that's totally fair. And then I also think Demon Ruins is pretty slapdash as well. Like, it has some cool ideas. Oh, Oscar side? There's really going to be an Oscar side quest? Really? Now that I do wonder about. So I need to go look at, like... Oh. What was that? Did my headset just turn off? It should still have electricity. There it goes. Okay, I just did that thing. Okay. I'll just use Falchion on him. Oh, really? That's actually kind of interesting. That I would have liked to see. That I actually would have liked to see. But instead he only appears for like 2 seconds in the Demon Ruins. Oh, come on. Fudge. I'm not going to win that. Well, let's just go back to... What am I doing? Let's just go back to, other side, sort of, guess. Oh, okay. So I need to look into that. Because I haven't seen anything about it. This is something I, like, know about, until now. I don't watch that many, Soulsborne YouTubers. Mostly I just watch, the, like, really big ones. I watch, like, a lot of, like, Jimothy Cool, a lot of Vine Sauce, Red Letter Media. A lot of stuff that doesn't actually have to do with the games that I cover, personally. For better or for worse. There we go. Okay, and then we go up the ladder. Or first we do this. First we do this. Where is it? Great scythe. That's really see. I need to go back and watch another video about cut content because I remember the cut content for DS2. DS2 was like an insane amount of cut content. Like DS2 is like a huge amount of cut content. Like ridiculous amounts of cut content, and it really shows. I think, let me put it this way, when I first played this game, I never thought to myself that there was a bunch of cut content. I wasn't like, oh shoot. Come on, man. Come on. Yes. Yes, I remember seeing about that quest, like, because you can still complete that quest technically. You can still technically complete that quest, actually. Or not, maybe you can't complete it necessarily, but you can still, like, kind of do that quest line, actually. Which is the funny thing about that. Do a Crystal NPC playthrough. That guy. Or, where do you get the pieces for that? Or from what's-his-face? From Maga Rolled. So you'd have to get the Maga Rolled at least, and then you need a bunch of souls, too. And I think also you'd have to keep going back and buying more stuff, because they break. Yeah, Maga Rolled. Maga Rolled Alana Fear, or whatever. Yeah, so you need to go back to Maga Rolled a whole bunch. Because every time your stuff breaks, you need to, like, replace it. But it wouldn't be impossible or anything, I don't think. Except you'd have to get through the first half of the game without being able to do it. You need to get through you need to at least get to Gaping Dragon, which would mean, because I don't think he appears until after Gaping Dragon is dead. Or no, I think there's another spawn condition, but it's even harder. Because you can get him to move to Undead Parish. Or, I mean, Firelink Shrine. But you need to, come on. No! This area's design is so crazy. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Series design is so freaking crazy. Oh jeez. Sick dodge roll, bro. There you go. It wasn't. That's another thing that stands out as Catacombs, actually. I lied. There's actually one other thing that makes no sense, and that's Catacombs. Because you could technically go to it really early, but it's impossible to complete, basically. For, like, if you accidentally go there first. And I think that was the first direction I tried, too. Oh, come on, man. That was, like, literally the first direction I tried, too. When I first played the game, that was literally the first direction I tried, was going through the Catacombs. So I'm not sure exactly, yeah, so it's pretty obvious that they didn't really have a good plan for Catacombs, I don't think. So I agree with that, absolutely. That's absolutely something I think is also probably true, that they didn't know where Catacombs was supposed to go. Because, like, you'd think that you would go there early. Another issue with Catacombs is that there's no elevator up. So Catacombs first would be a lot more interesting if there was an elevator up. But there isn't, right? So you could theoretically go to Darkroot Garden, get a +5 divine weapon, or get like a divine weapon, I guess, right? Realistically, you'd want a +5, but you could get like a divine weapon, but there's no elevator up. So getting out of it's like a massive, like unbelievably massive pain. And so there's like, it's basically impossible to get the rite of kindling early. It's like, why? Why is it impossible to get the rite of kindling early? It doesn't actually make any sense, is the issue. It's the sort of place that, like, could make sense, but just, like, doesn't. Oh, shoot. But like I said, what it really needs is an elevator back up. I think if it... Oh, shoot. I think if it had an elevator back up, it'd be a lot more reasonable. Of, like, a place to go. That's the one thing I think that it's missing, is an elevator back up. And it is oh shoot. Come on, man. Is Catacombs early? Yeah, that's the problem. That is the issue, and I've done that before too. So I know what I'm talking about. I think if it weren't for that, it would be a lot more reasonable. There we go. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is it makes sense to get the divine ember first? That makes sense. That's not weird, right? Like you see that and you're like, yeah, okay, sure, I buy that. Oh shoot! Come on, guys! Why did I forget about that other one? If you forget about if there's like a billion hollows here, and if you forget about a single one of them, you just die immediately. It's like such a mess. This area is such a freaking mess. George Peabody's library. What's the George Peabody Library? Is it like a real thing? I'll look that up, sure. Let's take a look here. Oh, it's a real library in Baltimore. Look at that. And as advertised, it looks like frickin' it looks like frickin' the Deuce Archives. Look at that. It looks, yeah, it really does. It really freaking does. Awesome. See, the library that at my university did not look like this. It looked, it kind of had a similar sort of look, but it was very different. Dude, that's really cool. That's really cool. Thanks for cluing me in on that. Because obviously artists get inspiration from real stuff, right? Oh, no way. That's really cool. That is really cool. Let's try Falchion. Oh, come on. Yeah, already. We're already just off to the races here, aren't we? Aren't we, guys? Aren't we, gentlemen? Aren't we, gentlemen? We're just already off to the races, aren't we? Aren't we? Aren't we, you oh my gosh. It's my fault for not knowing this area, I guess. Oh, cool. Yeah, see, that's the sort of thing where you're like, oh, okay. Interesting. Uh-oh. Jeez. Fudge! Fudge! Yes, really impressive. Very, very, very impressive. For sure. Very, very, very impressive. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can kill this guy really quick. There we go, cool. Takes care of that. My birthday, because he moves forward. I can't believe I'm doing this again. I have to do this like the third or fourth time because of that stupid parry. That dumb, unbelievably dumb parry. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna frickin' die again! No! Because No, because I got hit by the headshot. I know, these things, these are the worst. These are some of the worst enemies in the game, for sure. As far as, like, difficulty goes. Because they're positioned really badly. Right? I shouldn't say badly, like, they're positioned well. When I say badly, what I mean is they're positioned badly for me. Then yes, and they also do a lot of damage too. Hold on, we're gonna try great hammer here. Why is this not working? Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was just like, I've just done this so wrong. I've just fought them so unbelievably wrong. Getting hung up. Well, to be fair, I've cleaned this area out really consistently so many times. So it's like, it makes sense that eventually I'd kind of lose my mojo a little bit on it, you know? Like, that's not that weird, actually. I think maybe I've just gotten really lucky or something in the previous cycles, and I've just, like, handled it well. And, like, what goes up must come down, as the saying goes. Boom, okay, there goes that. Uh-oh. There we go. Come on, man. But you always forget about the next one. You always get hit by the last one and you forget about the next one. There we go. Okay. Gotta love it. Oh wait, we need a pull. I know, that's the thing. There's like a lot of, it's like a clown car. Kind of has that sort of vibe to it. Yeah, see, there's literally one on each side. Oh shoot. There we go. Oh, nice backstep, pal. There we go. Whatever. Sometimes you gotta pull out the big guns to get what you want. You gotta bring the big thunder. Speaking of which, do this so I can kill this guy really fast. I don't have to deal with him. No, why did he do that? What a jerk. What a freaking jerk, man. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, he comes back down the stairs, luckily. For me. There we go. I just need to deal with the archers. Why did that not kill? I don't know. Nice, nice. There we go, jeez. After a galactic year. Go. Okay, cool, finally we're done. We did it. Now we just need the scythe again. Where is it? Where is it? Great scythe plus 15. Oh no, we need to hit the switch. Where's the frickin' switch, man? Yeah, a long time ago. Or it was like over a year ago, yeah. I made League of Legends videos, yeah. Because I was playing, I was playing it relatively recently, but what ends up happening in League of Legends is I don't know, I get tired of the whole competitive, like, I feel like it's taking up too much of my time. And I get really tired of people who, like, first off, I get, like, I get rude comments. And in my Dark Souls videos, I get the occasional rude comment, but on League of Legends videos, the comments are just insanely rude. Like, just the rudest people. And then when you're actually playing League of Legends, like, I get sick of it so much because there's so many, like, D-rankers and Smurfs. Like, there's literally no new players, and there's an insane number of D-rankers and Smurfs. It's like every single game you get like a D ranker or something. You see some guy going like 0 and 5, in lane in a ranked game, and it's like playing like Vagar or something, and they're pretending to be a new player. That's what they do. They literally sit there and they pretend to be new players, and you see it so often. You see it so D-rankers all the time. Just like level 30 accounts losing games for no reason. And you know for a fact that it's not legit. You know for a fact they're not legit. And you know how you know? You know how you know they're not legit players? The way you know they're not legit players is the fact that... But the funny thing is that my League videos were actually shockingly popular. People actually kind of liked them. But like, and then on top of that, the other problem with them was they don't last forever. You know, because they're always changing the game or whatever, so... Like, any video I make may not be good forever. And that kind of bothered me a little bit. Because I like to try to make my videos, like, useful forever. Is kind of the idea. So, that kind of bothered me a little bit. But it's like, even playing now, there's just so many, like, weirdos and D-rankers and stuff. Who just, like, sit there and, like, they'll play the game. And they'll just, like, pretend to be new. And it's like, the thing is that you know for a fact, like I said, they're not new players because, like... The thing is, a new player, like, before they play ranked, they're like, oh, let's play a normal game. You know, let's play the normal game mode, you know, that people are like, you're supposed to do. And then, oh, did I still get cursed? Let's hope I didn't actually get cursed. So they're like so there's just, it's just so weird. It's like, and the reason why, oh, okay, I do get cursed, wow. Interesting. So the reason I do get cursed is, the reason where do I have one, I think. I should have one. Where is it? No? Where is it? I'm pretty sure I have one, right? Oh. Divine, okay, here we go. Divine Blessing apparently doesn't work. Okay, there you go. Time for Calamity Ring. No, I should have a Purging Stone on me, but apparently I don't. I'm like 99% sure I bought one for this purpose. I bought a bunch of extra ones, right? No, apparently I didn't. Apparently okay, whatever. That stinks. Freak. Whatever. Ugh. It's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad, except that I might get one-shot by a lot of stuff. But it's actually not that bad. I'll probably just, like, Sunlight Blade stuff. Float. No, I forgot to pick one up. I thought I had the technique down, but I don't. Because there's a technique to avoid getting cursed there. But I just, like, goofed it up or something. I don't know. It's, like, weird. Because I've done it before where I don't get cursed, so I don't know exactly what changed this time. Fudge. I'm dead. Oh, my gosh. Ugh. This is going to stink a little bit, yeah. Go figure. Yeah, so I need to go back to Undead Parish and talk to Oswald or whatever. Whatever. There we go. Cool. Yeah, at least the music stops. Whatever. No, I usually would pick up the rare ring, but I didn't route it in because I haven't been cursed in a while. But I thought I bought a Purging Stone, but I guess I just didn't. I thought I bought a couple extra Purging Stones, but I guess I just didn't. And look again. Apparently, and for whatever reason, Divine Blessings don't fix it. I don't know why Divine Blessings don't fix it, but there you go. They don't. So, not sure what's up with that. That seems really dumb. You think, like, it literally says it does irregularities, so... Not really sure why it doesn't work either, but... We just drank a oh, they're all stuck in the room, yeah. Whatever, at least I can ignore them now. Whatever. Go figure. And then, okay. The first one. It's not the end of the world by any means. I got cursed on my first cycle too, that was pretty funny. Shoot. There we go. And then we go to what was I saying? And then yeah, so we'll have to get the freaking stone. We'll have to get a purging stone before I and I really should route in the Rare Ring of Sacrifice. It's not really clear why I don't anymore. I think in the future I will. So if I ever play this game again, I will route in the Rare Ring of Sacrifice. Just because it's the thing is it's only 2 out of 7, right? So there's 7 runs total, and I've only been cursed twice. Right? And the first time I got cursed was the first cycle and then the last cycle, which is pretty funny. But it's not like something I ever really expected, because it's not that common, actually, for whatever reason. In the past, I've done a really good job of not getting cursed. So I'm not sure exactly what I did wrong this time to get cursed. And you can also get cursed after you die, which I didn't realize either. I thought that didn't happen, but whatever. So, you know. It's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. We'll you know, yeah, I don't know. You know. Not my favorite thing in the world, but also not the end of the world by any means. And now that I have the key, it's like makes it a lot easier. So I don't, even if I die in this next section, I just like pop back up. I've already kind of dealt with this. So I'm kind of just like, I wouldn't say I'm numb to it, but I'm sort of like, I'm like not worried about it. Oh, you can take damage in certain kinds of ways. It's hard to explain, but you can take damage in certain kinds of ways. So what you can do is you can let the crystals, you can take damage in a way where the crystals don't sit on you forever. You can have a bunch of humanity, that's one thing. So ordinarily I'd have a bunch of humanity at this point, or I'd have at least a couple humanity. So the main way to do it is to have a bunch of humanity. And you can also like position yourself in ways where your bar doesn't get full up and stuff like that. But I think humanity is how I've done it. I'm not actually entirely sure. I think it's humanity. And then there's certain attacks where the crystals last longer. So the crystals are where the curse comes from, right? And so there's certain attacks where you get cursed for less time, I think, or the curse bar, yeah, stuff like that. I think. I'm pretty sure that's sort of how I've managed to do it this number of times. I think. But I have to admit that I'm not like 100% on that. Oh, there we go. Yes. So I think it's because even having a handful of humanity on, it like fixes it. And so because I've died a bunch, I have like no humanity. Like ordinarily, I'd have a bunch of soft humanity, right, just from killing stuff. But if I don't have a bunch of soft humanity, I don't gain that curse resistance. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Is like I normally walk into that fight with at least like 2 or 3 soft humanity. But so if you don't have that, it doesn't work. Or it's not, you can't, you know, you don't dodge the, oh shoot. You don't dodge the attack or whatever. Slice. And it makes me really nervous too, because these guys will one-shot me. Or not these guys. These guys won't, but the oh shoot. The spellcaster will. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's a humanity thing. There we go. There we go. There we go. Cool. Now I just need to deal with the last crystal guy. Yeah, so it's not so bad. It's not really that bad. It's a nuisance for sure, but it's not impossible to deal with. It is a massive nuisance for sure, but it's not impossible to deal with. There we go. Okay, now we grab the crystal ember. And then crystal ember. Boom. That was pretty interesting that his model was warping in and out. Also, it's going to be a huge pain to get to Oswald, too. Like, both guys who cure Curse are, like, such a pain to get to. We're going to need Great Scythe for this. Yeah, but I don't need to buy another one, because this is the last curse. This is the last thing that can curse me. This is the last thing that can curse me. Oh, does she sell him too? Yeah, never mind. We're going to her. Never mind. Forget Oswald. We're going to her. Lol. Yes, he does. He does, definitely. No, if she sells him, we're going to her. We're going to her. I don't even care. We're going straight to the other merchant then. Let's see. Homeward. Yeah, we're going to her. That's gonna be easier to get to. We got the souls for it and everything, so it's gonna make our lives easier. Slice. Slice. Kind of, yeah. They're not like unusably bad, but they kind of stink. It's not that much damage. You don't get that much AR on them. They're okay. They're fine. The poison resistance is bad though, because like basically nothing gets poisoned in this game. So poison is like very terrible in this game, and it's like very difficult to make use of against literally anything. Maybe in PvP it has some kind of use, but as far as PvE is concerned, poison is very, very minimal. It's like toxic isn't even good in most cases. There aren't that many enemies that you can even toxic, you know? There it is.
Come again if you...
So it's like, that's a great example where it's like, there's really, it's like, even toxic's kind of like, eh. Boom. Apparently you eat the curse, the purging stone too. Yeah, so there's a couple weapons that have innate poison in them, and so you can, yeah. So that's one thing you can do with it, and you can like get poison onto people, I guess, in PvP. But as far as PvE is concerned, it's pretty terrible. And then charcoal pine resin kind of has the same problem. Well, it has a very different problem, and that is that the actual amount of damage you're getting is very minimal. But what you can do is you can put it on a weapon, and then get like the fire stagger, I think, on some enemies. But that's kind of minimal. That's not necessarily guaranteed to actually get you that much value. And if you're dying a bunch, it's definitely not worth it to buy a bunch of charcoal pine resins, right? So if you're like starting the game out and you're like dying a whole bunch, it's not really worth it to buy charcoal pine resins. And if you're experienced, you can also just run past a lot of normal enemies too. So charcoal pine resin is kind of in an awkward spot where, in my opinion, it doesn't do enough for the amount of effort you'd have to put in to actually have it and use it. It's like going to that merchant and dropping a bunch of souls on charcoal and pine resins is probably a waste of time if you're new. And if you're skilled, you also don't need it either. So it's kind of in an awkward spot where it just doesn't really have a place. And there's not any bosses that are like insanely weak to fire either. in some of these games there are bosses that are insanely weak to fire. And so fire becomes a lot more effective, especially in DS3, Dark Souls 3 especially, where there's a handful of bosses that are insanely weak to fire. And even in Dark Souls 2, there's a couple bosses that are weak to fire too. But in this game, fire is a great element, but it's not that insane. It's not like it's like every other enemy is like super weak to fire, or that there's like an insane number of like super tricky bosses that are very weak to fire, right? So like I said in Dark Souls 3, there's like a boss that's like very, 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 very weak to fire. There's like a really, really difficult boss that's extremely weak to fire, right? And so like fire becomes insanely effective against Aldrich. But in this game, like I don't think any of the bosses are resistant to fire, or most aren't. But there's also not a bunch of bosses where fire is going to make this like insane difference. So it's not like, you know, like Seath is like kind of weak to fire. You know, Four Kings are kind of weak to fire. Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can really do with fire in this game. Well, I think fire bow is, I mean, that's the problem, right? Is it's like if you have a fire infused bow, even if you have, I don't even know if you can chaos infuse a bow. And then chaos has no innate scaling except with humanity. And so it's like kind of like eh. And it's like split damage, so it's like eh. It's like eh. Chaos is fine. But unless you're doing like PvP, it's like only kind of okay. Oh, okay. So you can't. Yeah, you can't even. You know, that'd be like the one thing you could do that would make it a lot better, but you can't even. The thing is that physical arrows are so cheap that in general you want to be using physical arrows, in my experience. Okay, right? So this bow is just plus 15, and these arrows are just physical arrows because they're way cheaper, and the actual physical AR is just like way higher because you don't have to do a split. The damage on a bow is low enough that any amount of split damage is going to be bad. If that makes sense. That's the problem with a bow and arrow, or with that's like the crucial problem with split damage in this game. Come here. That's what I'm saying, is that this bow is plus 15. This bow is not like elemental or something. I looked at Occult, and it just didn't pan out even with Dark Moon arrows. And the thing is, when you start paying for the more expensive arrows, you're not getting very much damage out of it. The really expensive elemental arrows have split damage, and like I said, the damage is low enough on them that the split damage actually matters. So for certain split damage weapons like Occult, yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's more work. The thing is, they probably won't even drop one. I'm relatively unlikely to actually get one as a drop here. Oh, there's a Twinkling Titanite, yeah. I got a Twinkling Titanite. But I just kill these guys so they don't. There's no chance that they interfere with Seath. It's not actually essential to kill these guys. But there's the off chance that they help Seath in some way, or that I die to them instead of Seath, and that's like no good. So. That's why I fight these guys. That's all there is to it. I think maybe even on the intelligence character I did this too. But you could definitely look at this as being a bad strategy. Because it just takes me like a bunch of time. But it's fine. It's fine. As long as I do it right. Oh. Go, sweets. There we go. Falchion? Oh, we need this too. Clanty ring. Okay, there we go. Whatever. I finally got it right. Okay, trigger Seath fights. What a goofy boss this guy is. Fudge, fudge. Yeah, so you see how I'm not getting very much curse build up there? It's stuff like that. Like I didn't get very much curse buildup there for some reason. Like you see how I took like an insane amount of damage, but I got like basically no curse buildup. And it's like I don't know why exactly that is, but that's the sort of thing where you can have situations like that. Maybe I needed to be closer to the first phase Seath. I don't know. But I've definitely had situations where the curse bar just hasn't filled up for whatever reason. And I don't know exactly why. I guess I could try to go back and watch some footage of it, but like, yeah. Okay, and then we go... Yes, so it's tough to say exactly what's going on, and I don't know for sure. But it's definitely not that common a problem. I think you can strategize it out really well so that it's not an issue. And I just didn't, basically. But yeah, so like I was saying about League of Legends, though, I actually want to talk about this because I was playing recently and I just barely was like, no, I'm not going to play anymore. But like you see these D-rankers in the game all the time. It's like so weird. It's like the weirdest thing about the game. And the reason why is because it forms a pyramid. Okay, so the thing is you have to have the system, right? For every one guy in like Master League, in Master Tier or Diamond Tier. For literally every one person in Diamond, you have to have 20 accounts placed elsewhere. Okay, that's literally how the system works, right? So for every one player in Diamond, there has to be 20 people in other ranks, right? So what these guys do in high ELO is they have like a ton of accounts, and then what they do is they just like de-rank them. They just put them as low as they can to try to like maximize the number of accounts that exist in higher tiers or something. It's like weird because League of Legends is a shrinking game, and so the only way to actually climb is to create a bunch of accounts, I guess. Something like that, right? Because if you think about it, right, if you're making a pyramid, right, it's basically a pyramid scheme, right? For there to be a very small number of bricks at the top of a pyramid, there has to be a very large number of bricks at the base of the pyramid, right? And so it makes sense that people go into these games and troll really hard because it creates a new brick at the bottom of the pyramid, and then it just causes problems. And then it just like you throw games too, and so it's just like it's like a weird. It's basically just a brick at the bottom of the pyramid, essentially, is like the concept. And you see it a lot. You see it a lot in League of Legends. You play with a new account that's like trolling really hard, but obviously knows how to play the game. Like somebody who's like trying really hard to cover up the fact that they know how to play the game, but obviously does not. You'll see it like a lot. It's like really weird. It's like really weird. But all that would be fine if it weren't just like just a waste of my time, unfortunately. But I do want to take this opportunity to talk about the fact that it is kind of a pyramid scheme. And I was watching some stuff a while ago where like one of the developers was like, well, really the main issue is the amount of time I was spending on it. Every time I played League of Legends, I played it like a lot. And for a while there, I was trying to like play it a certain number of games a day. But like the derankers and stuff is like, this is weird. I don't know. I have more important things to do is the problem. There was this time. There's this golden age in my life, like years and years ago, where I didn't play any online games at all. I was just not playing any online games at all. And that was like a golden age. That was like the best time. It was like really awesome. And so, you know, maybe I want to return to that. Maybe I want to return, and I like the reason why it was such a great time is because I got a bunch of other games done. I was like sitting there playing like Game Boy Castlevanias and Castlevania and stuff like this, right? And it was a lot of fun, you know, to play these like really classic single player games. And so I want to return to that. I want to like go back to playing more and more like actual video games and just try to like skip spending a bunch of time on these games that like on this like game that like is kind of the same thing over and over again. And to like go back, even if some of these games are really crappy, it's actually more interesting to me, at least I think. And I want to return to that. I want to go back to those good old days. Where I'd sit there and I'd play like, you know, a PlayStation 2 game. And like, yeah, it was only okay. You know, it wasn't the best game I've ever played in my life, but it was good enough. It was interesting. It was fun. You know, and that's the sort of world I want to return to, which is why I'm probably not going to play League of Legends. But I did do League of Legends videos, and they were relatively popular and profitable for me. But like I said, what ends up happening is that people were rude. People were rude. That was one problem. In a lot of ways, my advice wasn't really very even good. You know, it was like the sort of thing you could do, but like, yeah, who cares? And then to top it all off, the fact that League of Legends is ever changing is like bad, because I want my guides to be like definitive. I don't want to have to like, and that's never going to be an issue with my Oblivion guides. If you go back and you play the original Oblivion now, my guides are still as good as gold. You know, and that's what I need. It's for these guides to be like comprehensive and definitive, as opposed to just like some random crap. But I mean, I feel, you know, I don't know. I've had fun playing League of Legends. It's not like I haven't. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. After a while, I kind of just get tired of the cyclical nature of it, I guess. And so yeah, I want to return to that golden age where I play more like regular video games. Where I'd sit there and I play like all kinds of random crap. You know, Castlevania 4, Castlevania 3, you know, Pokemon whatever, you know, Pokemon Coliseum, you know, just stuff like that. And it wouldn't be impossible to fit League of Legends into my schedule, but you know, like an hour or two of that is an hour or two I could spend on something else. And that's kind of like the issue. But I think the days where, and the funny thing is like, I think in the future, I think for me in the future, you know, I remember my mom hated these online games because like you couldn't pause them and stuff. And so if she wanted me to do something, that was like a huge pain, because like I'd be like, oh well, like you can't pause the game or whatever, right? And like it's kind of weird in retrospect, where my mom was kind of right, you know. Like I feel like yeah, that does really stink actually. Like if I'm gonna play video games, it should be on my terms, you know. It should be like, oh, I could just like pause it right now and just like move on. And like, yeah, you can't pause Dark Souls, but you can just die, right? Like if I needed to do something really important, or I needed to do something kind of important, I could literally just like die and walk away from the game, and it wouldn't matter. That'd be like totally fine. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna play like another. I think League of Legends is extra bad too, as far as these competitive games go, because not only does it have like the most toxic people, like the dumbest and most toxic people, but also you can't even like quit whenever you want. You know, so if I'm playing like Pokemon Showdown, I can concede at any time. It's like a turn-based game, and I can be like, oh, I'm gonna concede, and I can just like FF and concede the game like immediately, right? Or like even if I'm playing chess online or something, right? I can concede the game whenever I like, and that's like fine. And I lose points, but like if I need to do something more important, or I don't like the way the game is going, like I'm not forced to play the game out. But League of Legends, you often are. It's like that never should have been the case. That literally never should have been something they ever let happen. Honestly, I literally think that the way League of Legends should work is you should be allowed... First off, surrender votes should happen from minute 0. There should be surrender votes from minute 0. As in like people should be allowed to surrender from literally the first second of the game. Surrenders should only be 3-2 majority. It should only take 3 people out of a team to surrender. Okay? And then what happened? And then you should also be able to leave with no consequences. You should also be able to just straight up leave games with no consequences. And I think if that was the case, the game would be infinitely better. I think the fact of the matter is they could have designed the game around those ideas, and the game would have been smarter. But instead, they designed the game around like these stupid restrictions that they place on players, and it's just like bad design. That's another issue with League of Legends. So it's a really cool game in some ways, but like the design is actually like so terrible that it's kind of like comedic. It's like almost like funny, actually. It's kind of the weird thing about it. It's like there's several layers to like how stupid it is. But I'm sure that like laddering in StarCraft 1 also sucks. So it's not like I'm saying that like, I'm sure that like most ladders are like actually really degenerate and like nonsensical, where there's like all kinds of like smurfs and D-rankers and just random people doing random stuff. But I feel like in League of Legends, where it's actively there's active trolling, it's like actual trolling. It's not like some guy doing some random, like meme tech, right? You know, it's not the same as like Magic the Gathering, where someone has like a second account, or like Pokemon or whatever. Someone has like a second account, and they're doing some like random like rat offense. You know, they're doing some like weird off meta stuff, right? It's like that makes sense to me. But I mean, it's part of the problem with the reward structure that they've advertised is the ranking system, where there we go. It's part of the reward system they've advertised, and so like because people are fighting for these reward slots, for these like rank reward slots, it gets a lot worse too. I think if they were just ELO and like no ranks, it would be okay that there was all these like fake accounts and stuff. Because then it's just like, you know, this ELO. It's like, whatever, right? You know, but, you know, it's like chess, where it's like only the best players get an award for it, right? Like, there's no prize. There's actually no real difference between, like, a 1200 and a 1600 rated chess player. Or I think 1600 is master. I don't know. I don't remember how chess works in ELO. But, right, there's like players that are masters, and there's players that are grandmasters, and everyone else, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Like, nobody gives a crap about anyone, like any of the other people playing chess. But honestly, even chess is a great example of that too, because chess is another really great example of why that's of like the toxic culture of like competitive gaming, because you have lots and lots of really, really good players who like presumably want to dunk scrubs for like no reason, I assume. So you have like really good chess players who have a bunch of accounts and like play at lower ELO. It's like, why are they even doing this? Like, what's their end game here? But I guess from their perspective, I assume what they think is like, oh, I'm just gonna make a bunch of blunders and see if my opponent can capitalize on it. But like the person at the other end of the computer could actually be very frustrated, and it's like, okay, why is this a thing? I don't get it. Yeah, but I mean, I get really frustrated in these games too. You know, because it's like why can't I win? I don't know. And so I like come to the conclusion that the reason I can't win is because the systems themselves make no sense. Oh shoot. Like I think there's like a this game I think makes sense, right? It's like boss does X, you do Y. Right? Boss does X, you do Y. Boss does this, you do that, right? Makes sense, right? I think that's not always how these online games work. So yeah, I'm kind of like done with that. I'm just like done. I'm not going to participate in them anymore. And I think if they weren't pyramid schemes, I would be okay with it. But of course they have to be pyramid schemes. That's like how they work. You need like a million people who are bad at a game to have like one guy who's like good at it. It's like weird. It's like, why is that how things have to be? It's just weird. But I mean, you know, people can disagree with me on that. It's fine. It's you know, not obligated to play frickin' League of Legends or whatever. Oh. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You raised a good point. You raised a really good point where it's like addictive. It's like designed to be addictive and stuff. Or whatever. So it's like... It's like just like a huge time investment too. Oh shoot. Forget it. The thing is, I just don't need it in my life. You know, I don't know. You know, you want to try to compete, but like, there's no amount of like good faith. Like, I don't know. You can't like. There's no. I don't know. The thing is, if you're willing to put up with the system in good faith, why not just like not put up with the system, right? Like that's the crazy thing about it, right? It's like you look at the broader pattern, it's like, what am I even doing? Like, where's the rationale here? And it's like every time you deal with like a jerk, it's like that's where the rubber meets the road, you know? That's the real problem. It's like every time it's like it's all fun in games, but then you meet like a jerk and you're like, okay, why am I doing this? Like, I don't understand why I'm doing this. Like, I totally understand that this is a thing, but why? Why am I doing it? And so I think it really is like the weirdos. Like the rude weirdos who like ruin it for everyone. To a certain extent. That and the fact that if you're spending a ton of time on it. But I mean, if you're spending a ton of time on it, who cares? I don't know, you know, it's like, but I mean, I guess that's another issue too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just not, I don't know. I just need to go back to the good old days where I would play like tons of wacky stuff. And just like, let that be who I am. Because I still have a bunch of stuff to do. I still have to do like Vampire Coast in Warhammer Total War. I still need to finish up Skyrim so I can stream it. I got to do Elden Ring. Elden Ring has to happen. I'm done with Sekiro right now, so I'm gonna stream it probably starting like the day after tomorrow or something. Or no, tomorrow's Friday, right? So I think there will be a stream tomorrow, and it's gonna be the end of Dark Souls 1, and it's gonna be the beginning of Sekiro, I think. And then I want to like play a bunch of other stuff, and so I think the bigger I think I realize what the problem with League of Legends is. It's turned me into a not sophisticated person. You know, like I'm supposed to be a sophisticate. When you come into my stream chat, you're supposed to interact with a sophisticated person. Okay, the kind of sophisticated person who's played lots and lots of sophisticated video games for sophisticates, right? And so the more time I spend on League of Legends, the less time I have to be sophisticated and to play sophisticated video games for sophisticates. And that's kind of the core problem. So I want to tell you, so if you bring up a video game in my chat, I'm supposed to probably have played it, or at least know a lot about it, or something like that, right? And if you bring up a really niche video game in chat, I should be able to tell you about it because I'm a sophisticate, right? So if we talk about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, I should know Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines from front to back, right? I should know like Bioshock Infinite to front to back. I should know like Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War front to back, right? So that's the biggest issue, right? Is like there's playing League of Legends and then there's sophistication. It's like I'm supposed to be a sophisticate. Not to disrespect League of Legends, but once again, like I want to be a sophisticate. I want to have like a sophisticated approach to video games. I don't know, man. I don't, whatever. I feel like I'm kind of rude saying that. Like I'm being rude to League of Legends players. That's not fair. That's not fair. These are not necessarily bad people. I do hate dealing with like the rude ones, the really rude and annoying ones, but that's just life, right? But like I don't know. See, I used to play World of Warcraft too. I was actually decent too. But that was a while ago, and I wasn't very good most of the time I played it. I was like a 2000 rated evoker back when that was new. I remember, and I had a lot of fun with that. It was actually a really fun character. That was my first YouTube video, was like me talking about Dragonflight. But I deleted that one a long time ago because once again, I don't want like a League of Legends, or I don't want a. My goal is not to appeal to the World of Warcraft market. Like that's somebody else's thing. And that was kind of the other issue with doing League of Legends, is like the algorithm may not know where to put my stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's just life. Yeah, like I want to play Fallout New Vegas, you know, Fallout New Vegas. Maybe I could do some endgame Pokemon stuff. I don't know, right? The world's my oyster, you know. And as such, I need to like home in on that, you know. So, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, I've played Undertale. I really love it. I've actually done everything in Undertale. I've 100%ed Undertale. I'm waiting for Deltarune to be done, because he hasn't completed Deltarune. There's still it's not over yet, right? Fudge, shoot. There's still a bunch of Deltarune left, right? To be completed. But I've definitely I did Undertale. I've done everything in Undertale. I killed Sans and everything. I actually really like Undertale. The main issue with Undertale is it was too easy. The first half of the game was like way too easy. And he never implemented the hard mode. I really wish there had been the hard mode that he promised. He promised a hard mode, yeah. He promised a hard mode at some point, and he hasn't done it. He didn't do it for Undertale. And I really would have liked that on Undertale hard mode. But it never happened. Unfortunately. But yeah, I loved Undertale. Undertale I actually really liked. I think I saw the Gaster hallway too, I think. I got really lucky and I saw the Gaster hallway on one of my playthroughs. But, and then killing Sans took me a while. It didn't take me that long. The main problem with Undertale, the issue I had with Undertale was that I feel like the height of the story is at the first cycle. So the first time you beat it and you kill Asgore, that's like the most exciting part. That's like by far the most exciting part of the game, is killing Asgore. And I think the story kind of peaks there. And I think every subsequent cycle kind of falls short of killing Asgore. Asgore is my favorite character in the game, and he's like the most interesting character in the game. And Asgore is my favorite character, and so I think the story kind of peaks with him. So everything after you beat Asgore for the first time is like I had chills. When I fought Asgore for the first time, I like had chills. And his song is like so good. His song is like my favorite song in the game. Bergentruken. Yes, Asgore is the most interesting character, and the fact that there's an entire half of the game after Asgore is kind of lame. I think Asgore is like the best thing in the game, by far. Asgore is like my favorite character, and because he's like weird and morally complex. He's not like just an evil guy, he's like a weird morally complex character. And so now that Asgore is dead, it sucks. Yes, the Bergentruken. And like his motivations and stuff are really awesome. He's actually a really cool character. So I think that's like that's the height of the story. I think everything after him is way less cool. I think like the pure pacifist ending kind of stinks. I feel like all the stuff with the Astral Dreamer kind of stinks. It's not like bad. Oh shoot. It's not like bad, but it's not my favorite thing. I much prefer Photoshop Flowey and Asgore and Photoshop Flowey. Those are my favorite bosses at the end of the game. And I think Sans is like kind of a joke. He's like, lol, here you go. Your reward for doing the evil path is just like to have to do the hardest fight in the game, right? But there's like, and that's kind of the only thing in the game. It's like the two fights. It's like True Hero, Undyne, and then also Sans. And like other than that, the evil route is like kind of nothing, because you just kind of breeze through the game. Like the game is like, oh, you're on the true evil path, and then it just like, yeah, that was a cool fight too. I agree. That was actually a really cool fight. I very much agree with that. It's not my favorite fight in the game, but it's really cool. The thing is, there's the fights that are really stylish. Like I think, like for example, Muppet. You know the Spider Woman. I think her fight is really cool. But it's also not very hard. You know, like it's not an interesting fight. It's just like a cool enemy. You know, it's just like, oh, this is really cool, but it's like not really difficult. Like the only I died to the second Metamon or whatever, Metaton. I died, so the only times I died, other than the two hardest bosses, other than Undyne and Sans, on the evil route, the only boss I died to was Asgore. I died to Asgore once, and then I also died to Metaton, the second Metaton, because I didn't know how his fight went. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So the second Metaton also killed me one time too, just because I like was totally ignorant to how to actually do it. Oh shoot. Come on, man. Ugh. Gotta try it again. So yeah, like those are the only two bosses I died to. in the whole game. Was those two. So I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. Because I didn't know how it works, because you have to max out like a bar. You have to max out like the cheer bar or something. And so I just like kept hitting him. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a game for little kids. It's supposed to be like a story game for like kids, for like 12-year-olds. Like, oh, you're 10, here's Undertale, kid. And it's like, and then it's like really fun. It's like kind of cool. So yeah, it's like it's supposed to be it's a game that's balanced for children. For like little kids to be able to beat. And so like that kind of like shapes the reality to it, but it's still fun. It's still a good game. I don't think it's like super challenging or anything, but that's like the point. So so yeah, that's one thing. So I do love Undertale. I really like Undertale. With all the really good music, there's so much good music in it, and there's like so many cool like assets and like characters and stuff like that. I think it's not perfect. I think there are problems with it, but you know, that's just life for you. It's definitely it's like the best indie game. It's one of the best indie games I've ever played, though. Because keep in mind, I'm not going to sit here and trash a game because it's too easy. Ever. Like, I don't necessarily like a game that's too easy, but I'm never going to, like, insult a game that's too easy, especially Undertale, because it's so obviously made for kids. It's so obviously, like, a game that, like, a little kid is supposed to be able to play. You know? And so I'm never, ever going to trash it. I think there have been games that are too easy in the past. Like, actually, Diablo 3. Like, you know what game was actually too easy and I kind of hated? Diablo 3. Like, Diablo 3 should not be too easy. Diablo 3 should be a little hard, if anything. Diablo 3 was way too easy. Was, like, way too easy. That's a great example of a game that's too easy. Undertale is not. Because I understand who the audience is. And so I'm like, okay. And I also died, ironically, I died more times in playing Undertale than I did playing Diablo 3. So like, there you go. So Undertale is harder than Diablo 3, I guess. Which is an insane statement to make. Because this is the problem with Undertale. Or sorry, I mean Diablo 3. This is the problem with Diablo 3. I don't know if anyone knows about Diablo 3. Okay, Diablo 3 is like a post World of Warcraft game. So it's like all about this like end game content. You're supposed to do rifts with your team, and you're supposed to like look for armor pieces and blah 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 blah. And it's like Diablo 2 was a sort of like, me and my brother played Diablo 2 from beginning to end, and we didn't do hell. We didn't do hell mode, and we didn't do nightmare, and we didn't do hell. So there's the three. There's the first difficulty. There's like normal, and then there's like hell, and then there's like nightmare, or nightmare and hell, something like that, right? Normal, nightmare, hell, sure, whatever, right? There's the 3 new game plus cycles basically, right? And we only did the first one for Diablo 2, and it was fine. We actually had fun. There was like stuff to do. We died a bunch. You know, it was like interesting. Diablo 3 was so boring. It was so unbelievably boring because we never died at all. The enemies literally never even touched us. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so freaking sad how bad Diablo 4 is. Like, I legitimately sad how bad Diablo 4 was. Or, I mean, Diablo 3. I haven't played Diablo 4. How bad Diablo 3 was. Diablo 3 was very terrible, because it was too easy. It was literally just too easy. Like, me and my brother aren't going to play this game more than once. So why are you making the game, like, baby mode cartoonishly easy? Like, who is this for? Who is this for? If your game is this easy, who is it for? Who are you trying to get to play this game for this easy? Like, even Undertale was harder. And so I'm like, it just blows me away, is what it does. I'm like confused why they ever thought that made any sense at all to make Diablo 3 like a baby mode video game. So that's a great example of a game that's like way too easy. I think it's pretty hard to make a game too easy. I legitimately think it is very difficult to make a game too easy. It is very hard. Because like somebody will get caught up on something, or like somebody will at least notice that there's something trying to get in your way, you know? So I think it's very, very difficult to make a game too easy. I think it happens, but I think most of the time it's not true. You know, and obviously difficulty sliders help, you know, because there's always going to be some freak who's, like, wants to play the game on Legendary or whatever, right? And so, like, yeah, you can make, like, Oblivion too easy, right? Like, you can just set the difficulty slider to, like, easy mode and just, like, one-shot everything, right? Okay, sure. But, like, you obviously have the difficulty slider, so if you don't want that, you don't have it, right? It's, like, basically, like, God mode, essentially. Like, if you just set the difficulty slider to negative, it's, like, essentially you're invincible, right? And, like, that's, once again, that's tied to a slider. So I have no idea, and on top of that, not only was Diablo 3 too easy, it was too easy, and we were even playing on the hard difficulty. There was 2 difficulties for Diablo 3. There was normal and hard, and we were playing on the hard difficulty, and it was still too easy. And I have no idea who Diablo 3 is for. I have no idea who they thought Diablo 3 was for. Like, the thing about Diablo 2 is you can do all kinds of stuff wrong and make your life really hard. And at least at the end of the game, it's kind of tricky. Like, I died so many times to the first major boss. I've died a bunch to, like, the second major boss, I think. And then Diablo was, like, so difficult for us. Like, we struggled really hard with Diablo. And then it's like, so I don't even know what they're thinking with Diablo 3. I cannot possibly imagine what they were thinking at all. I literally have no clue how they could possibly have imagined that Diablo 3 was acceptable the way it was, and still is. I'm Diablo 3 flabbergasts me to this day. And my only guess is that it's like downstream of World of Warcraft game design. Like, they got the guy who designed World of Warcraft, or they got some of the people behind World of Warcraft, and they're like, hey, make the next Diablo game. And they just, like, did it wrong. Or they just, like, don't even know basic, like, I don't know. I'm just, like, I'm blown away that was ever a thing. Diablo 3. It was an embarrassing ripoff. Like, an embarrassingly tragic ripoff. I don't know, maybe I'll play it again. Maybe I'll play it again and I'll report back. I'll be like, oh, that's actually okay. Or something, I don't know. But I sure hated it. It was pretty, I sure did not like it. Honestly, I'm kind of, like, thinking I want to play it again, actually. As I'm saying this, I'm like, actually, you know what? Let's try it. Maybe I'll try it again. So I'm kind of making a fool of myself right there. Because now that I think about it, actually, I mean, at least the Deathless character is easy. So, okay, fair enough. Maybe if you're doing Deathless. Maybe Diablo 3 is the game where you're supposed to go Deathless. And that's what's going to make Diablo 3 kind of interesting, right? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, okay. See, maybe I need to go back and I need to play it again. And I need to report back what my findings are. That's actually not a bad idea. Because then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I could play some of these other characters. I could play as like a priest or something. Diablo 2 I really like, though. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube content for Diablo 2, actually. Stagger, stagger, yes. And people say this boss is hard. Falchion does it again. The Falchion does it all again. Hooray. The sweet, sweet Falchion. I guess. I don't know. Probably not, actually. I think this boss is pretty understood to be pretty easy. But yeah. Oh, just, I don't know. Just because that's kind of my way. Like I said, I like to try to play complete video games. That's like sort of the issue with games like Terraria and stuff. Like, I love games like Terraria and Factorio and stuff. But I don't want, if I'm going to make videos for them, I want them to be like complete. I don't want to sit there and like play the games while they're still being updated and stuff. It like really annoys me. Not that it's like the worst thing in the world or whatever, right? But it does annoy me a little bit, a tiny bit. I have to admit. Select blade. I like to just play games while they're complete, if possible. That's not always possible, but it's just how I do things. Yeah, so I wait for a game to be really, really done. You know, wait for them to like not do any more to it, if I can. So you know, if I'm playing like, yes, the game is very ancient. It's been around for like almost like 15 to 20, or it's like 15. It's like 15 years. I think it came out when I was in college, or no, it was out when I was in college already. So it's at least 12 to 13 years old, probably more. Because I think I was playing it with my friends in high school when it was like relatively new. So yeah, it's at least 15 to 16 years old. Yeah, they're still going. I think originally they wanted Terraria 2, and I think they decided to just keep updating Terraria. And so yeah, it's like this infinitely large game now that just like keeps growing bigger and bigger. So yeah, I'm probably never going to cover Terraria. Even though I'm like a huge Terraria fan and I've played it like a ton, it's probably never ever ever going to get covered by me because it's never going to be complete. They're never going to be done updating it. So I'm just not ever going to cover it, basically. I'll cover something else instead. That's a great example of a game that I'm probably never going to cover, despite how much I love it. And how much I've played. I played like a ton of Terraria. I'm not even that good at it, funnily enough, but I've played it a lot, and I've done like all the hardest stuff. There's a boss that kills you in one hit, and I've killed that boss and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not happening today. Terraria at least. I do want to cover it for sure, but it's just not in the cards forever and ever. It's just not in the cards, unfortunately. But that's okay because I can cover, you know, whatever. I can cover something else instead. You know, I can cover Fire Emblem 1. Does anyone want to see Fire Emblem 1? How do people feel about Fire Emblem 1? Who likes Fire Emblem 1? Who's like crazy about Fire Emblem 1? Oh, underrated DS1 weapons? Well, the Great Scythe for starters. I think that's not underrated. I think most people agree that's like a really insanely good weapon. Underrated though. Let's take a look at my inventory real quick. Life Hunt Scythe is really great. People know that about that one. Halberd is really busted. I think Great Club is honestly underrated. I think people don't really respect Great Club, and it's actually really good. I've never heard anyone talk about Great Club, and it's really good. Reinforced Club is really good, and also people don't really talk about it much. I think Gargoyle Tail Axe is a little underrated. Not really, but it's a little underrated for sure. If you wanted to really have some fun, I think Gargoyle Tail Axe might be able to do you just fine. Broadsword, I think, is a little underrated. And then, of course, the bow and arrow. The biggest underrated weapon is the bow and arrow. The Black Bow of Ferris, particularly. Definitely the Black Bow of Ferris is, like, super underrated. It's, like, my favorite... It's probably my favorite weapon in the game. It's not good. You can't use it to kill, like, endgame bosses and stuff, but it's really fun. It's a really fun weapon you can use to cheese all kind of stuff, and it's kind of cool to fire off a couple rounds. You know, just for whatever. So that's probably the number one most underrated weapon in the game is the Black Bow of Ferris. It's just sort of the bow. Murakumo, yeah, I think Murakumo is pretty good too. I think people don't respect Murakumo either, but the moveset is really good. The problem is the stats. The stats are kind of out of control for how much you actually get out of it, but it's still really fun. It's one of these like really fun weapons. I'd love to use Murakumo. Oh, shoot. I don't think I'd ever use it on a character like this, but, like, it's still really cool, yeah. I think it honestly hits harder than Great Scythe, maybe. Because it has a really good moveset. It has a very good moveset. Like, it's definitely not... It's a weapon that now that I think about it, maybe I should have used. Because it is really good. Pocket sand. Okay. Gotta love the RP walk. Look at how cool he is. You know what, Artorias? You annoy me like crazy, but you are really cool. I have to give you that, Artorias. While you do annoy me like an insane amount, you are very cool. While you are a giant nuisance to fight, Artorias, I do love you. Look at how cool he looks. He's kind of filibustering here, though. Shoot. Oh, does he really? Dang. Fudge, I want to hear these unused Artorias lines. That's really cool, actually. I didn't know he had unused lines. I actually did not know he had unused lines. Yeah, I think honestly, if I had a mace, Artorias would be easier. I think maybe like a mace would be really good on him. I mean, nah, forget it. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go with the old reliable here. I'm not gonna experiment that much at this point. I think it doesn't matter that much. I think it's like maybe I could save myself a little time by switching to another weapon, but it's fine. Like, I think maybe Great Club I could stagger him or something. I don't know. Whatever. I think I just botched that fight, actually. Just fine. Does he really? See, I need to go look that up. I need to go look up Artorias' unused lines. Because that sounds really awesome. That actually sounds really, really, really freaking awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a red braise for dinner tonight. I'm gonna cook up some sweet potatoes in the oven, and then I'm gonna put them in a soy sauce broth with some Chinese spices. I'm gonna have an onion with it too. I have half an onion. Good old half an onion to go with it. Over rice, of course, naturally. It's going to be quite succulent and delicious. Why? No, oh, shoot. I almost dodged it. Oh boy. Why is he doing new stuff now? Is it just me or is he doing new stuff now? Pocket sand. Shoot. There we go. That's a little bit better. Sweet. Cool. There goes Artorias. So it's only 5 more bosses. Oh, cool. That's interesting. So I've never heard that. I've never heard that at all. I've actually never heard of unused lines out of him. This is news to me. So that's actually really cool. Okay, there's only 5 more. I like fighting with Lock-On. I guess, Priscilla. Priscilla does. Priscilla and Gwendolyn do. I believe. So you have to, yeah, both Priscilla and Gwendolyn. Yeah. But nobody else as far as I know. There's none out of Ornstein and Smo. There's none out of... Oh, I need Hidden Body here. Just grab Hidden Body real quick. Where is it? Hidden Body. And then also, I guess we'll do Homeward too. Okay, cool. Yeah, but definitely Priscilla. I'm trying to think if is there another? There's no Sif, no Moonlight Butterfly, no. The funny thing about it is that it's so weird. Yeah, I guess maybe that's the one thing that I think maybe if they had more time, they would have implemented more quest lines. But that's interesting that Quelaag is unused lines. There's not that much Demon Souls dialogue. It's mostly... Yeah, well, there's a decent amount in Elden Ring, Sekiro. But you're also supposed to be fighting like dudes in those games. It's not the same as like fighting like a giant Minotaur monster, right? Like that's like an entire different kind of thing, you know? So you don't expect any voice lines out of that guy. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked at how many voice lines Elden Ring has. Oh, okay. Or no, it's, you're talking about Quaylana? Or not Quaylana, the other one. Quelaag's sister? Or was Quelaag originally part of the quest line, is what you're saying? Because that's really interesting, actually. Okay. We're almost there. We'll kill Calamite first. I think we'll kill Calamite today. I don't know if we'll kill Manus today. If we kill Manus today, we could maybe keep going. But I sort of want to end by 9 so I can just, like, chill out. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. See, that would have been pretty cool. I need to look this up. Do they actually have recorded voice lines? And they were just cut because because of the features or whatever? Cool. Sunlight Blade. Go. Mimics dead. Grab the crest key. There we go. Pop out right here. Oh, cool. That's so okay. I guess when I know what I'm doing after the stream ends. I know what I'm doing after the stream ends, I guess. Awesome. There you go. I get to take a look-see at those. That's going to be awesome. Thank you. Thank you for cluing me into that. Because I deserve to hear these unused lines. I deserve to hear all of these unused lines. That's going to be awesome. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir. Kind sir and or madame. Okay, we go... Covenant. Warrior Sunlight. Then we need Toon Magic. We'll wait until after we die to her. Or die to Calamite first. Then we need Priscilla's Scythe, right? Where is it? Life on Scythe, yeah. No problem. So that's what I'm gonna do after the stream ends. I'm gonna go online and be like, I'm gonna go look those up and listen to them. I'm gonna hear the part where he's like, where she's like, "Oh, chosen one," or whatever the heck she says. I don't even know. But yeah, that's gonna happen. And then hopefully we'll kill Calamite today. I think we could maybe try Manus. But I don't know if we have enough time to actually kill him. Even if I do everything correct. The problem is I still have to get through paint. The problem is there's not that much left. So like we're gonna have to. She says bringer of meat. Oh hey, there you go. Oh, so originally she was part of like a PvP covenant, I guess. And they like changed it to be this shit where she's the humanity covenant. It's like really weird. Sick iframes, Mr. Dog. There we go. Weird. Ringer of meat. Ooh, okay, interesting. Yeah, and you can still complete the Shiva of the East quest line. That's one you can complete. That's one if there's a glitch you can use to like basically complete it. Not exactly. You can't actually turn it in, but that's like an interesting example of one where it's like still sort of possible. Okay, Calamite, bring it on. Okay, Calamite. I'm waiting. Bring it on, pal. There we go. Okay, now we talk to him. We talk to him, we bone out, we tune great... oh wait, we need to do the equipment here. We need Crown of the Dark Sun. And we also need Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. And luckily miracles are so... we only need like the 3 attunement slots for miracles. So we can attune that stuff. And then we'll Sunlight Spear him real good. But it's my usual strategy. I have not played Twilight Princess. So I had a Game Boy Advance. So I played Oracle of Seasons. I played Link's Awakening. I never beat it, but I played Link's Awakening, and then I also played Oracle of Seasons, and then I also played Oracle of Ages, and then I also played Minish Cap. But I never played any of the 3D ones. I never played like Ocarina of Time or anything like that. But maybe someday. Okay. Cool cutscene plays. Okay, now we go back to the bonfire. Maybe I should play Twilight Princess. The problem is I don't have a Wii and I've never had a Wii. So I think maybe that'd be kind of tricky to work with, cause I'd have to I need to find a way to play it, basically. I need to look into a way to play it. Because I don't know, I think there's a GameCube version, right? So maybe I could play like the GameCube version or something on an emulator, but I need to look into that. That would be something that I have to like know how to do. I can't believe there's a GameCube version of it. That's so crazy. That's like the weirdest thing about Twilight Princess is the GameCube version. I wonder if I need to look up what the differences are, because maybe I'll play it on the GameCube. Or maybe I'll do like Wii emulation. I don't know. Yeah, I need to figure that stuff out though, because I'm not gonna buy a Wii. Put it that way. I'm not gonna buy a Wii just to play frickin' Twilight Princess. Although at this point it might actually be doable. Because it's only like what's a Wii gonna set me back, like 40 bucks? 50 bucks? I don't know. Is it more? I don't know. So that's not out of the question. But then if I wanted to stream, well, I may not want to stream it at all, so like whatever. I don't know. I'll look into it. Yeah. Maybe I should play Twilight Princess, because apparently it's really good. I knew a guy in school who played it, and he thought it was great. He thought it was awesome, I guess. But I personally have never played it. The thing is, the 3D Zelda games, I kind of got the impression they were bad. I really liked the 2D ones, but I kind of always got the impression that the 3D ones were kind of bad. And that was kind of the main reason that kind of kept me away from them. They were like, I played Spirit Tracks. I played some of Spirit Tracks, but I kind of got bored of it. I got to the part where you had to actually input the music, and I was like, eh. So Spirit Tracks is a great example of a game that I like. Kind of was interested in, but then it like never really materialized for me. I just didn't really get it. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll. But I'm really nostalgic for Oracle Seasons. Oracle Seasons was really good. Oracle Seasons was like shockingly good. It's like one of my favorite video games ever, or something. I'm very nostalgic for it, at least. Oh shoot. Maybe it's not maybe it's not actually my favorite. Minish Cap was pretty good too. I think Minish Cap is underrated. There's a lot of really cool stuff to do in Minish Cap. I found Minish Cap to be a lot of fun, actually. Maybe not like the perfect video game ever, but it was really great. It was more simplistic than Oracle Seasons, ironically. Oracle Seasons is actually like trickier. Like some of the bosses at the end of Oracle Seasons are like Dark Souls bosses. Like they're actually really tricky. Some of the bosses at the end of Oracle Seasons are actually really complex and tricky. So it's actually really cool. They're actually really cool bosses. Like the early bosses are really simple, but then the end bosses are like really tough. And I remember being a little kid and struggling with even like the most basic bosses. So it's like really weird how convoluted and complex some of those bosses are actually for Oracle Seasons. Really great game though, really great game. Highly like underrated Zelda game, Oracle Seasons. I love the art style, the weird like blocky art style. It kind of fits together correctly for me. And I didn't like, oh no, you know, I've also played Link to the Past. Because there's a GBA version of Link to the Past. So I've also played Link to the Past, and that was pretty good too. I beat that even. That was okay. I didn't like it as much as Oracle Seasons in ages. I thought the kind of the blockiness of those games really lend themselves as well to that game. So I really liked the blockiness of them. Kind of the goofy blockiness of them. Really awesome video games, for sure. Shoot. Goes. Shoot. Let's see what this bow and arrow can do. Oh, okay, that's not even. I don't think that's anything. I mean, I guess it kind of is, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. That was almost a headshot. Look at that. Okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, is he dead? Okay, cool. Is that it? Okay, Silver Covetous. There it is. Okay, so we have some time for Manus, I guess. I might be able to kill him right now. Oh, you like Link to the... Yes, Link to the Past is really good. Yes, it does kind of feel that way, doesn't it? It's one of those things where it's like you can tell that there's like a connection between the two. You really can't tell that those two games were influenced by each other. I think, at least. Because it feels kind of like almost open world. It's like actually not, but it feels like it, you know? Sort of like in the same way that Dark Souls does. Yeah, that's a really great comparison, because I agree. I think the problem with Link to the Past is the bosses aren't as interesting as some other games. So I think especially Oracle Seasons and Ages have much more interesting bosses. Much more interesting bosses. But they're still pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that. I'm not sure if I understand what you mean by that, but yeah. It's a game that I can see kind of as being kind of Dark Souls-esque, definitely. I very much agree with that sentiment. Kind of has that like vibe to it. Or are you saying how the enemies are like placed like interestingly? Yeah. No, I see where you're coming from a little bit, for sure. Definitely. That makes sense. But I haven't played it in a long time. So it's like hard for me to commentate on. It's been a very long time since I played that game. Okay, so we go to Toon Magic, Sunlight Blade, Sunlight Blade, Sunlight Blade. Oh, we need, what am I doing? We need Hidden Body here. So I think we'll give Manus one attempt. We'll give Manus a single attempt. I don't want to try more than that today, I think. I think I'd rather just like go and complete and fight him next time. Because it's gonna be probably over an hour of game left. It's not like I'm gonna like finish this up. And it's not like it would take me probably over an hour to do the rest of the game. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it could take me as little as like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Or like 20. It could take me as little as 20 minutes to do the rest of the game, but it could also take me as many as like a couple hours. So I don't know if that's what I want tonight, but I'll give him one shot. We'll try Manus at least once and see if I just like wreck him really hardcore. See if I just like do everything correct. Oh shoot. Well, that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help with that. Gotta try that again. Yeah, Link to the Past is really good. It's like a very I wouldn't call it underrated, but like maybe a little, because it was like one of the best games on the Super Nintendo. It's a really awesome video game, truly a masterpiece of game design. Very, very good. I miss it. Link to the Past. You know what's so funny? I remember watching my uncle play it on the Super Nintendo, and he got some weird bug where the shield is supposed to be red and it turned like blue or something. And it's not, to this day, it's not clear exactly what caused that bug, or if that's a known bug or something. That's an interesting memory I have of it, a very distinctive memory of my uncle coming out of like a dungeon and the shield was blue instead of red or something like that. Yeah. And it went away the next screen. He went to the next screen and it like switched back or something. It was like really weird. Probably just a loose cartridge, because obviously cartridges were like that. Oh god. I just need to like lure him out into this area so I don't have to fudge. Problem is I don't want him to attack me while I go down. Shoot. Hilarious. There we go, jeez, whatever. Now I don't have to deal with him again. And that solves that. Because I don't want him to hit me from behind. I don't want him to like stab you in the back, which can happen. He can just like run up to you and stab you in the back while you wait for the elevator. So I kind of just don't want that to happen. I might be able to drop down to the bottom of the shaft, but then the enemy's on the bottom of it too. So it's like, eh. So I think we'll give Manus one shot real quick here. But I gotta rescue, or I gotta open up the shortcut to Undeadburg, or to back to Ullasil Township before I bother with that. Or I guess I could cut the stream short, honestly. I'm feeling a little tired. It's not like the end of the world, but yeah, maybe we'll give him one shot. We'll give him a shot, I think. Because if I kill him on my first attempt, not only would that be legendary, but it would also really it would also make the next it would also be like, it would be legendary. It'd be really cool. It's not going to happen, but it would at least be really cool if I were to do it. I would be very impressed with myself, really. It's kind of all there is to it. Alvina. Oh, I don't have Homeward. So I gotta walk it in. It's okay. Where is it? Yeah, first try Manus would be really cool. That's definitely something I'm eyeing right now. So we'll give it one shot. It's not gonna happen. There's no way, but that's okay. And I'll if I don't kill him, I'll make a crystal weapon tomorrow, and I'll do it. And then I don't know if I'm gonna go straight into Sekiro tomorrow. I might go straight into Sekiro tomorrow, or I might do Sekiro on like Sunday or something. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Because there might be some prep work I need to do in advance a little bit for Sekiro. So we'll see. So there might just be like a short stream tomorrow. Like I might go straight into Sekiro. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then as usual, there won't be a stream on Saturday. I have other things to go do on Saturday. But Sunday definitely. Okay, drop down. The elevator. Now, where is it? Right here. Okay. Yeah, we'll give Manus a shot. I'll give Manus a shot right now. But I don't. Yeah, I you know, nothing you can do. It's like pure execution, and I gotta get it right and stuff. I mean, although to be fair, I feel like I'm gaining confidence on Manus. I feel like I've like really been subjected to Manus to an extent that I like know the fight pretty well. Because I did Artorias pretty quick. I did Artorias in like 2 attempts. This is pretty good. Not like the best ever, right? But like good enough. So maybe Manus here will die first try, and that'd be really sweet. That'd be freaking sweet. Oh boy. Oh shoot. Well, I give my ass this chance here. So here we go. Uh-oh. Shoot. Bring it around town. As Mana says. Whoa. Shoot, come on, man. Come on, bro. Bruh. Okay. Oh shoot, I don't have the shield on. Shoot. Wow, okay. Jeez. Whatever, man. Okay, I'm... Damn, shoddy. Okay. Okay, I just did Mana's first try. Thank you. I don't know why that happened. I don't know how I did that. I guess maybe I just fought him so many times that I've just gotten used to it. That's crazy, actually. Well, honestly we could probably finish now. I know. I feel like I just have gotten really used to the boss, I guess. So I mean, I guess we could continue because I don't really have anything to do right now. I don't have to go to the store or anything right now, for example. So maybe I'll just try to finish up. I don't know. I don't want to be stuck on Gwyn though for like 30 minutes and like failing. But I also don't want to like continue to another. So maybe we'll just see if I can do this really fast. Because it's only these 3 bosses. It's only the 3 bosses. I didn't think that would go as well as it did. I actually thought that was going to be really hard and I was going to like fail a bunch of times, but because that went so well, I don't know. I'm like tempted to continue. But I think Gwyn might... The problem is Gwyn. The problem is if I don't parry Gwyn correctly, it's going to be a giant nightmare. So these next 2 don't really matter. I could actually skip them almost and it would be like fine. I'm not going to, but that's the sort of thing I could do. Well, let's see if this goes. Let's see if this only takes me... Maybe I'll go to 30 minutes after. Maybe I'll give this another... I'll stream for another like 30 minutes or something. And if I can beat the game again, that's going to be it. And I'm going to be done with Dark Souls 1 again. But we'll give this one more shot. We'll give this a shot. I'll try to finish this up. Really good. We'll give this a shot. I'm not we'll try. Give it a shot. Maybe I'll take tomorrow's streaming off too if this goes well. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh shoot. We don't need that. We need shield of some kind. Oh, come on. We need, no, we need Great Scythe right now. What am I doing? I need Great Scythe for this. Okay, cool. Because Gwyn could take, I could do Gwyn first attempt. Let's see if I can do Gwyn first attempt. The problem is this part's not going to take me very long. What could potentially hold me back is Gwyn. And so I want to see if I can do Gwyn like really fast. Oh. I'll get a crystal weapon too. I'll upgrade to crystal. Well, that's actually going to be a lot of work, but. Oh. Okay. First one down. Okay, second one. Now I just drop down. I don't even worry about it. Just like one more hollow, but like who cares? Oh, I gotta kill dragon now. Whatever, we'll give this another shot. Well, I kind of... The problem is there's not enough for a full stream to next time. But ordinarily, I should probably just end stream now. But I want to see if I can first try Gwyn too. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it a quick shot here. Once I kill Gwendolyn and... What's his face? Because there's like, I don't know. I don't want to put the finale, because the finale could be as little as like 20 minutes. Like the end of this could be as little as 20 minutes. And so I don't want it to be a Sekiro stream and then it to be like, so we'll see. We'll just see how this goes. Considering we're like really, really, really close to the end here. This is like almost it. Without like with no cap or reservations, this is like nearly it. It's literally just this boss, who I should kill really quickly. And then Gwendolyn, and then Gwyn, in that order. So yeah, I'll give this a shot. Because what are we at? 307. So yeah, so I could be done with this in like less than 15 minutes for sure. So we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a fair shake here. And I guess maybe what I'll do is I'll get Crystal really fast too. And I'll do Crystal for Gwyn. Because where the little tiny bit of extra damage on Crystal might actually matter for Gwyn. So that's what I'll do. And I'll just like parry him. I'll just do like the typical parry setup here. The problem is if Gwyn takes me a while, it's going to be really sad. But it shouldn't take me longer than an hour to kill Gwyn here. I feel like really recharged, really ready. So I think I'll try to kill Gwyn really quick. Boom. And then well, I don't need that anymore, but whatever. And then maybe probably no stream for like 2 days maybe, or I don't know. I may need to do some research into what I need to do left for Sekiro, or what I might no. Well, I should probably just stream tomorrow anyway, because I think I know what I'm doing for Sekiro. It's been a while since I've actually done it, but the problem with Sekiro is it's going to take me a while, because it's going to be all bosses, and it's going to be all the way to +8. Sekiro has to go to +8. So just like Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, or I mean, maybe not Elden Ring, but just like Dark Souls 3, it goes to +7. But then there's also an optional final boss there's a bad end boss. There's a boss for the bad end, and so I have to go to +8 to kill the bad end boss too. But I'll kill minimum numbers, the minimum number of bosses in that case.
But why?
What do you mean dragon weapons? Do you mean for Demon Souls? Or oh, you mean the dragon weapons in these games? Oh, you mean like Obsidian Greatsword and I have them. Yeah, the dragon scale weapons. The thing about them is that for New Game Plus they'd wear off. Yeah, they're tough to upgrade because dragon scales are kind of rare. So you have to know where all the dragon scales are. And then a lot of times their damage falls off, but they're actually very good. They're actually really good weapons for what they are. They are actually very, very, very good weapons for what they are. Like shockingly good weapons for what they are. Actually. I'm actually a big fan of them. I don't think that they're like always useful every time, all the time, but they're actually really good. The main problem is they'd be bad in New Game Plus. So if you're trying to use them in New Game Plus, they'd be kind of bad. But honestly, they might even be good for that, because there's like a lot of enemies you don't really need a stronger weapon to do. Yeah, I think the hammer is fine. You can buff a lot of them. You can buff. I don't know if you can buff all of them. I think you can't buff the small one, but you can buff the other two, and they're really good. You can buff the hammer. You can buff the obsidian greatsword, and they're both really good. Kind of. They're both decent. I don't think they're like the best weapons in the game. They're like, you absolutely could do a character built around them, and it would be fine. You wouldn't want to go to New Game Plus. You'd want to you'd want to just beat the game. But yeah, they're totally an entirely reasonable. They're actually underrated. That's a great example of weapons that are actually very underrated in this game, I think. Is those weapons in particular. The thing is, I haven't used them much because they're hard to upgrade. The biggest problem with them is that they're hard to upgrade. Because you need scales, and scales are like not that common. There just aren't that many in the... I think somebody was telling me there's 8. See, I thought that there wasn't enough to even fully upgrade one in New Game Plus, or a new game. So in each cycle, there's a certain number of fixed dragon scales, right? And I thought for a while that there wasn't enough, but somebody was telling me there is. But if there is, you have to know where to... You have to really look hard for them. They're not easy to find. You have to go down to the Great Hollow. You have to go to the Great Hollow in Ash Lake at least, for sure. You're like absolutely required to do at least that much. And you may need to like kill a couple drakes or something. And so you only get the choice of one. And all of them are kind of tough to get. Not all of them are tough to get, but they're decently tricky to get. But the stat requirements for them actually aren't that bad because you can two-hand. So like actually kind of doesn't matter. The stat requirements actually kind of don't matter for them, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, and then there's there's a chest in the depths. Okay, so there is 8. Okay, cool. See, I wasn't sure if there was 8 or not. Because there's also one in the chest in the depths, and there's also the 2 undead dragons, right? Shoot. Oh, okay. Well, gotta try that again. So, I mean, if there's... Yeah. Oh, that's true, though. The Hydras all drop 1, too, don't they? So I guess there's more than I thought there was. Why? I didn't rest at the bonfire. Boo. Why did I not rest at that stupid bonfire? That's so dumb. I didn't rest at the stupid Tomb of the Dark Moon bonfire. Oh, she's gonna follow me, isn't she? Whatever. The problem is I think it's in the wrong position. I think I'm locked. I think I have to go to Duke's Archives here. That's so frustrating. Why didn't I rest at that bonfire? Because there's no way that it's in the right position, right? Yeah, it's totally not. It's totally not. Oh, shoot. That stinks. That means I gotta go to Duke's Archives. To go to Tomb of Dark Moon. That stinks so bad. That's so weird. I should have hit the bonfire, but I guess I just didn't? I don't know. It's like so frustrating. I mean, I guess I could go to Sen's Fortress. So I guess I have my choice. I can go to the Duke's Archives or Sen's Fortress. Oh, shoot. It's one of the problems with this game is it doesn't put you at the bonfire you last rested, or it doesn't. If you warp to a bonfire, it doesn't put you at that bonfire. So there's like lots of like really confusing moments where you're like, oh, I went to this, you know. But yeah, I mean that's been plaguing me all run. Yeah, but you don't need it to be fully upgraded. Like you don't need your Dragon Tail weapon to be fully upgraded by, you know, Iron Golem or whatever, right? Like, that's not really essential. I don't think, anyway. You could have it at, like, +2, +3, whatever, right? For a good long while, and that's fine. Not until the DLC would you need it to be fully upgraded. Darkman 2. I think, anyway. Whatever. Whatever. And then we need to go get a crystal great scythe too. Yeah, they're fine weapons. They're totally fine weapons. I think people have maligned them like crazy, but you can beat the whole game just fine with the first dragon weapon. Absolutely. That's like a perfectly good weapon for the whole game. I guarantee you. There's like literally no issues with that weapon at all, basically. Oh, shoot. That stinks. Oh, is it that bonfire, maybe? It's so goofy. It's so weird. Go. Okay, Silver Covetous, boom. Okay, now we try it again. Now it's just Gwyn time. See if I can do this. I should be able to do this. I'm pretty sure I can do this. I need to lock in though. That's what needs to happen. I need to lock in. So we're going to... Oh no, wait, we don't need that yet. What we need to do is we need to go grab a crystal. Great Scythe. So we go Chamber of the Princess. Yeah, if you're doing that boss early, it's a lot trickier. That's kind of the weird boss because you don't usually do that boss until after you've killed Ornstein and Smo. At which point it's a lot easier, because you have like a +15 and stuff. But if you're doing that fight when it's like current, it's actually a pretty tricky boss. And it could take you a while. I need Hornet's Ring. Yeah, there you go. I need Hornet's Ring. And then I got the shield. Oh no, I need the buckler too. Gotta have the buckler. Maybe I'll upgrade the buckler too while I'm here. Not that it really matters. Favorite boss weapon? Oh, they're all really terrible. Honestly, one of the ones from Demon Souls is pretty good. The lava bow is pretty good from Demon Souls. I like that. The butcher's knife from Demon Souls is pretty good. I like that. The Demon Souls ones are a lot better than most of the ones. The Demon Souls ones seem to be a lot better. I think Chaos Blade is overrated, but it's okay. But yeah, most of the time boss weapons are like really laughably terrible. Like in the grand scheme of things, they never do. I think DS2 has some pretty okay ones too, but never weapons that I'm like, oh yes, I love this weapon. Give me more of it, right? It's never the case. Dark Souls 3, they're all pretty bad. Oh, Moonlight Greatsword I really love. I think that counts as a tail weapon, but in Dark Souls 3 it's a boss weapon. It's pretty cool. Yeah, oh, Vort's Hammer. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I forgot about Vort's Hammer. I entirely forgot about Vort's Hammer. I entirely forgot about Vort's Hammer. That's an entirely, yeah. That's probably my favorite. Vort's Hammer is really, really cool. Like, really disgustingly awesome. Okay, there's my great scythe. Yes, I love Vort's hammer. It's not good throughout the whole thing, but it's close enough. Very, very good boss weapon, Vort's hammer. And I also like the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Hollow Slayer Greatsword from DS3 is pretty good too. Moonlight Greatsword I think is fine as well. I think it's a little underrated even. Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls 2 is really cool too. I think the Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls 2 is really cool. A lot of the ones in Demon Souls, I think Northern Regalia is a really good weapon. Northern Regalia is like a shockingly good weapon. So Northern Regalia is a great example of like a really good one. Lava Bow is really great for some stuff. The Butcher's Knife, like I said. And you don't have to upgrade those ones either. But I think a lot of them are very bad. I think a lot of them are worse than even like some of the worst normal weapons. Like there's some pretty bad normal weapons, and yet I think even the worst normal weapons are oftentimes better than some of the boss weapons in most cases. Like Ornstein's Spear is like miserably bad. Smo's Hammer is pretty cool, but it like weighs a ton, and it's like really big and like it's like stupidly big. But I guess that one's actually probably one of the better ones. Hollow Slayer Greatsword and was pretty cool. Let me think. So I need to look at a list because like whenever I think of boss weapons, literally the first thing that comes to mind is the Dancer's swords, the Dancer's twin swords. And the Dancer's twin blades are like categorically one of the worst weapons in Dark Souls 3. And so it's like usually you think of like Gwendolyn's bow. You think of like Gwendolyn's bow, you think of like Dancer's greatsword or Dancer's twin swords. You think of like Dozer axe, you know, like some of these like really like miserably weak weapons that are just like almost in the game for like flavor, you know. But there's some really good ones in there. But I think the good ones, there's like a handful of good ones in every game, and like most of the rest of them are pretty bad. I think Chaos Blade is actually one of the better ones, which is sad because I don't like Chaos Blade. I think, oh, you know what's one in this game that's pretty okay is Quelaag's Fury Sword. I think Quelaag's Fury Sword is pretty okay too. It's fire damage, so if any enemy that's weak to fire, which there are a couple, not really, but like a few, right? That's okay there. Yeah, or I guess those are pretty okay. At least one of those is pretty okay. There's like one of those that is actually pretty decent. And the shield, I guess, is good too, I think? I don't know. But those are not weapons that I'm, like, particularly fond of. I don't really like the movesets on them, and I think the damage isn't as high as it could be for what you get. Personally, at least. At least that's my opinion. There we go, it did it. Congratulations, Dark Souls is done. Whew. That's it. Thanks to everyone for watching. I know, I'm glad. I did it. We'll watch the ending cutscene though. Who wants to see a guy with a chest for a head watch the ending cutscene? Look at that. Look at this absolute unit. Look at this. Let's look at this Giga Chad. I know.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Karth and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Okay, thanks everyone. Thank you everyone for watching. I can't believe I killed him first try. So that's first try Manus and first try Gwyn, which I'm really proud of. But I got really good RNG on both of them, I think. I got like really good freaking RNG on both of them, I think. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody. Thank you for watching. That's it. That's all she wrote. Got my crystal great sight though. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the kind words. Because I really tried my best there, and I'm really glad. I'm glad that we finally have completed this journey, and that means we can do Sekiro either tomorrow, starting either tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure, but yeah, Sekiro coming up. So look forward to that, and thanks everyone for watching once again. Yes, have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, good day, good night, wherever you are, and thanks for watching. Thank you a ton. It's been really awesome. Love the support. Really awesome of you guys. And I'm really glad that I was able to complete this challenge. And there should be a video about it in like a week or two. But have a good night, everyone.